Let me go ahead and smash the likes real quick.
Hell yeah.
Double whammy intro. Let's go, man. Your intro, fucking. I think everyone else in the chat too, just jamming out the whole time.
Dude, it gets me pumped up, totally, man.
Yeah, and that's gonna be an evolving intro because I'm gonna add more and more stuff to the in terms of the memes and stuff. So there's more Hex stuff gonna be added in there and all kinds of other jazz.
It's gonna be like 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Get your own like rave session going before we even get into the show.
I mean, that's how you gotta be with crypto, man. You gotta start bomb. I mean, that's why I love our intro too, because it's literally like a motherfucker kicking the door down, bomb, da da da.
Dude, totally. It sets like the precedent.
Swing it in from a fucking chandelier or something.
It's like sort of hanging from a fucking little vine, kick the door open.
Drop kick somebody. Yeah, 100%, 100%. What's going on, guys? It's up,
Nice
everyone.
to see everyone.
Bro, how rich is everyone right now?
Number go up.
Stupid rich.
Number go up.
I mean, poor.
Poor,
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't have any
No,
money.
but
Yeah.
it's crazy how there's those milestones, right? So like whether it's say 8,000 and then your next one is like 10,000 and all that stuff. It's crazy how quick those numbers can multiply. I like that shirt, Motley. That's a good one.
Monopoly man, Rich.
Where can people get that?
Hexmerch.com, Brand. Thanks for asking.
Also, for sure. Man. I like it.
We'll also be doing a giveaway this week. Oh shit! Just knocked over all my Pokemon cards. We'll be doing a giveaway this. We'll be doing a giveaway this weekend too. So follow me on Twitter. Whoever ends up winning, we'll give away. You'll be able to go buy 3 things that you want in the store. So hexmerch.com. There's a bunch of Pulse and Hex shit in there for you guys.
Dude, I love it.
We're gonna put Motley in the cart.
What's up?
That's like if you guys should run a promotion of like what's called like a dinner date with Motley.
No.
Bunch
hard pass. Just free merch for now.
Speaking of merch, I remember what I was gonna say that a lot of the OGs in Hex remember not having a calendar on the stake, and then all these different things that people have now. And then same thing with the merch, right? It used to be like, Richard had his own merch, and then now it's like, okay, here's where you can get merch, like so many different places, and you just see it everywhere. Like even the shields. Fuck, man, I ordered one of those badass shields, and like Scott that I was talking to, he was saying that anyways, that other people are liking the logo, and that want other shields, and they're like, what's this one?
Yeah, so if you guys haven't heard, Jim Rat Crypto, his buddy makes these badass like Captain America shields, and so we had a custom Hex Shield made. So I'll go ahead and link in the Twitter now. If you go on my Twitter, the link for the Hex Shield is there, and then there's also a promo code SAVE100, and you get $100 off the Hex Shield. So if you haven't ordered yours yet, go ahead and check it out. They're pretty badass. So that just went up today. I think we already got like 20 something orders. So get them while you can, because they take a little bit of extra work. So the sooner you order, the better. I'm gonna go
shield wise. We talking about like this?
Yeah, like it's like it's legit, like straight up like Captain America dimensions. Captain America, like it's not verbatim. What's the metal? Oh fuck, the nerds are gonna give me this. Verbatim metal. Vibranium. Jesus Christ.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Vibranium. Never heard of that.
But no, it's legit like steel shield. Like the thing's badass. But yeah, I'm actually I should be able to pick up the second one hopefully soon. And I'm gonna go pick it up in person because they're out of Maryland. So I'm gonna go drive over, meet him, meet Jim Rat Crypto, and then yeah, probably talk some Hex and get those guys on board as well. Yeah, for sure.
No, I know you guys did a stream one time, and that was cool because that was the first time seeing him. But yeah, he had like a different one, like a sports team one, I think maybe. But yeah, that shield, like you said, definitely like a Captain America, so we kind of have that meme of like the Hexicans and all that stuff at the Vegas or whatever with the Spartans, and now now you got like the actual shield. So
I think his dad is involved in some sort with the Baltimore Ravens. Like the guy's got money.
He told me that too.
He's interested in Hex, so it'll be cool to potentially meet him and talk Hex.
Yeah, big people are coming in. Even today, Richard was saying he had like a stream, and then he had like a separate video, and he was saying that he knows people that have hundreds of millions of dollars that didn't specifically say that they want to buy all that Hex with that money, but like they're interested in getting more Hex before the snapshot and the pulse chain. So that's pretty exciting in general.
Yeah, this week alone, I've gotten 100K into Hex so far, and I got another 100K coming in this weekend. So
nice, dude.
Onboarding like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I know of a lot of dudes inside the crypto mindset course that are buying Hex like a lot.
Like a lot. Smart. It's a smart move with the events we have coming down the pipeline. Like to me, it's just a no-brainer if you want to make money. And that's what we're here to do.
When still sub-dollar, when you have those psychological numbers, like I was saying earlier, even with the milestones. Yeah, you have 25, and then like really the big one is $1. Like once you pass that, like just different paradigms are kind of met. Like even with the penny, once we hit a penny, then all the way to 25, it didn't take very long. And now you see that people that weren't interested at a penny, they're like, where can I buy Hex? So it's just going to keep ramping up as the S curve goes up.
It's not even sub-dollar. It's just the fact of what's going on with the ecosystem, with the waiting of the Pulse Chain launch, and the news hasn't even been announced yet for the test net or the launch of Pulse Chain. Like two giant catalysts in the system, like with next to no, like 1% supply available to actually sell right now. Like it's just a catalyst for the price to go through the roof. So like to me, to not take advantage of this opportunity right now, regardless if you've been involved in Hex before or not, like you're just passing on free money, in my opinion.
Definitely, man. I mean, I can't wait to get to $1 so I can meme into existence. Like, man, don't you be giving that goddamn Johnny no $350. Don't be giving him no $350. $350. Bro, you get that extra $350 again, woman.
A dollar. It's funny too, right? Because like a lot of people had like what would now look like just bearish predictions at the beginning of this year and earlier. Like people were talking 10 cents, 20 cents tops, maybe a quarter if we're lucky. And I think we're gonna hit 50 cents easy before Pulse Chain even launches, and then dollar is well within the window of hitting within this year easy. Like I made a bet earlier on this year that we're going to hit $1, and it looks like we're well on track for that by the end of the year. So I'm pretty excited. It gets our all-time highs are coming crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
the Aussies did the math on it. It's like every 42 days Hex has hit a new all-time high.
That was a very well done presentation. It was Jexa, and he did it on Wake Up Hex, and then definitely a clip worth watching because, like you said, the presentation that they did, they show you the math, and they show you also, hey, if the 42 days of doubling stays the same, what's that going to look like, say in a year, or whatever? And the numbers are.
What was the numbers?
Ridiculous.
I didn't even see the presentation. I just caught it on their like Aussie show, and they just like mentioned it in passing.
Let me find it. I will. I got a screenshot. 1 second here.
All right, cool.
Oh, that's cool. Grandpa Bitcoin's almost at 50K again. Nice.
That's good, man. Shit.
Morgoth, the Hex merch link is literally hexmerch.com.
Oh, nice.
Pretty simple.
That was an expensive little URL. I mean, not.
Yeah,
relatively expensive. It was like $600, but I was like, I can't believe it wasn't taken yet. So I was like, yeah, we'll just go ahead and snatch that.
Dude, that's a fucking stealer. Very nice URL, man.
Yeah,
awesome,
you can just stake your Hex for a couple days and pay for the URL. It's amazing.
Nice. These stakes are coming out, man. God damn it.
They're stupid.
Oh my god, man. Dude, yeah, it's so nice.
They're so stupid. I did I moved my liquid bag out a month just a little while ago, a couple days ago. And like I did the math, and like the amount of interest I generate in a month now is retarded. Just from
that's so cool, man.
That's just from my like little liquid bag, not even like the rest of my stakes that are just yielding an insane amount of gains. It's just my small liquid bag that I'm moving right now. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, dollar cost. I'm going to have to send it to you in the check the Twitter right now. The group. It's there. I can't share it on my screen. I just had to.
Shout out to Mossy.
Don't let him boss you around, bro.
What did you say?
Oh, the thing that Motley was talking about. We were talking about that. Hey, there's a chart of doublings and what the past has done, and then if that same ratio were to continue, just if you want to, just because I know we just covered it a second ago, but the numbers of it doubling are pretty insane. It had like $126 by like the end of next year or something like that, I think, which hard to think about that kind of money, man. Shit.
Yeah, Henry, go ahead and just sell your son. You'll be able to buy him back, no problem, in like a couple days.
This dude in here got me checking to see if Joe Rogan died.
Dude, people always say that kind of shit. I don't fucking believe you, man. I don't fucking believe that for a second.
He caught COVID or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dying anytime soon.
People
always say that, man.
Rollo Tomasi right there. That's if that is Rollo Tomasi right there, that's the godfather of the red pill right there, man. For real.
Yeah, I know there was a Dan Pena guy running around in a couple different streams.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, if you guys got links, throw them in the private chat and shit. I'll show shit.
It's in the Twitter. It's in the Twitter one.
Oh, it's in the Twitter.
Yeah, the group chat.
Oh yeah, Wave 3 TV is coming. Evidently, he bought a fucking lemon of a power supply from Best Buy, so he's having to re-hook up his computer right now.
Oh, okay, nice, dude. Yeah, that sucks. What happened, man? Nothing worse than that. But at least it's on a desktop and not like a laptop like I got. Because if that happens, then you're really fucked. You got to dissect everything.
So this right here.
Yeah, I mean that was just what Motley was talking about when it comes to Jex in the bottom right. But pretty much what it shows when I zoom in here is like, what day it is, how many days there's been since day one, and just all the different doublings. So you can see pretty much that. I think it was like 10 or 11, something like that is where it's at. But pretty much it's got like what it's done already in doubles, and then what it could be in the future if the same ratio of the average were to occur, which I think was 42 or something like that days. It's something I had to screenshot and look at for a while, so it's not something to stare at too much. But then you look at the the little graph that they did on the left, which was like the projection of what it would do if it had those future doubles. And the point is that when it comes to Hex and stuff, it's definitely kind of beginning that S curve, that parabola. And I think we're just getting started, right? The momentum when it comes to a parabola only increases as it starts to rise. So that's pretty cool.
I like the $126 price target at the bottom. That looks pretty dope.
Yeah, that's I like that.
I'm cool.
Dude, and,
I like that.
Yeah. If you've
like-
seen, yeah, dude, I don't know if you've seen some of Richard's recent posts on like, just scared to share the real random line and stuff like that. We even hit a fraction of what he's talking, man. Like, anyways, it's just I don't know. It's exciting to think even this one like $120. Like it's a matter of time. Like it's not if it'll happen, but it's all a matter of time. But anyways, kind of unique.
That's fucking amazing, dude. I mean, even if it does half of this, dude.
Exactly, man.
Half of that, bro. Like, I'm happy now. Like I can 50 cents.
Oh, me too, man. Shit,
dollar.
me too.
I have a dream that one day little steak boys and little steak girls.
Yeah,
When
well,
we
yeah.
hit $1, holy shit.
Yeah.
The exciting thing is like so many people similar to Bitcoin and stuff, but just a lot of Hexicans are showing it, but have been able to do testimonials and have gains, life-changing gains, right? But I'm excited always for like the new batch of people that are going to have the price rise so much that they get it too, because that's definitely like the biggest like testimonial when it comes to the product and you see it working.
Yeah. All right, IG Live. Let's see. Do you advise buying Hex in different MetaMask wallet account, not to average up your position? I want to add the lot, but not lose great entry. And well,
What does he mean by that?
oh, and I was muted. Fucking magic. Fucking. I think what he's trying to say is like I have a great entry price on my Hex, but if I buy some more right now, it's gonna fuck up my entry price on average. It's like that. That's.
Do you like doubles? Do you like easy doubles? And not only do you have like an easy double coming in price appreciation, you have an easy double coming in the coins that you buy as well. So you're looking at an easy 2 to 4x in a couple months. Like I would take that regardless of which your entry point is you're buying in right
exactly. Yeah, you can't guarantee what the entry price is going to go to, and especially with what it's been doing recently. I think, I mean, I see some people sometimes in my chat. One of them was like, "Hey, do you think Hex is going to drop down to 20 cents in like September or after the after the snapshot?" And I was like, "I don't think so." For people they're kind of treating it like some other cryptos, like, "Oh, let me wait for this," and sometimes that shit just never happens, and then they get like bitter because they waited the whole time instead of, like Motley mentions, getting it. Even if you bought a top, right? How long does it take for it to double, like we talk about? So it's all relative. People need to zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, and Stacy dude in the chat, man. No, it's cool that you feel like that, man. But to tell you the truth, dude, like you don't even. Here's the thing: is because Hex is so transparent, you maybe could find out certain things about it and not like it, but you're not seeing all the shadowy shit. At least like once you really get into crypto, dude,
transparent,
dude. Every fucking coin, every person is doing some things on the side to help the price up. Period. And I ain't mad at them. It's this whole thing where like you and I'm not trying to like chastise. I'm not really trying to chastise you or anything like that. But it's the whole sort of thing where you just need to focus on your bag and just stop fucking like, look, that's a scam, or like, oh, this is bullshit, and like, dude, just focus on your coins and get rich. Literally, like it's this whole thing too. I see like when dudes just always talking about girls, and then they don't get any pussy at all because all they're doing is talking about girls. Just go get laid, go get money, and just like shut the fuck up. Basically,
what you should do though is you should buy more Hex and you should make more MetaMask wallets, because there's a very good chance we will finally get that MetaMask airdrop.
Oh, here we go, Wally.
No, I'm just saying. They put it out there. They talked about it. They went from saying we have no plans of doing dropping a coin in the future to saying we're interested in doing an airdrop of a coin in the future. We just their key concern was, oh, we don't want it to be a pump and dump. I'm like, yeah, okay, just launch the damn coin.
And you want to know where most of the hate came towards Hex is because fucking Richard didn't do payola. That's it.
And he was transparent about it being designed. Yeah.
That means
the way that it's designed.
Nobody received any fucking free Hex from like Richard or anybody else. Like we just all streamed from the fucking goodness of our hearts and shit. Like during the whole time, and go back and look. Seriously, Like it was nobody, dude. Like all of us, some of us are like, I remember fucking streaming on my couch, from my couch.
I remember that too.
From back,
We've come a long ways, man.
Storage bins in the background.
Yeah, man, and it's like people are streaming from fucking their cars and stuff. I mean, the only thing changes it's like Lamborghinis now, but like,
bro, I never wanted a Lamborghini now, and I like Hex so much, and the amount of hexagons that are integrated into the design, like I'm starting to like cool. Lamborghinis more and more.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I know. Duhawks and let's see, Rackham, Overwatch, and I think even Richard talked about a handful of cars. I mean, shit, he bought a Ferrari, but I think, anyways, yeah, it's cool to kind of dream about that stuff. I mean, those cars are definitely fast, so much to the point where they need like parachutes on the back to like stop it, at least when they're racing.
Those are still drag racing cars, Brand. That's not your straight legal shit.
Okay, well maybe those are just the videos I saw. I'm not too sure.
Everyone just get the car. Everyone just get the cars that they like. That's it. I mean, at the end of the day, dude, like, I mean, it's kind of retarded to be racing cars anyway. Honestly,
that's how you die.
Yeah, every time.
Dude, no shit, man. Yeah.
You know how everyone dies? Like the car that everyone dies in when they get it's always a fucking Porsche 911. Always.
Oh, that's what RD3 is getting, and he's getting souped up. Yeah. Dude, he said, I shoot you not. He said I think he said like 1,200 horsepower or something like that, like 700 stock or like 1,200 after some modification.
It's not a 911. It's the other version. He's
okay. He said it was a Porsche something.
He got this a long time ago. He's getting a specialty version directly from Porsche itself in Germany, and it's a not the 911, but the one to see the Camaro or the Camaro.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a special edition souped-up version of that, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even necessarily Porsches. It's just supercars in general, right? Just with the speed, people that get them don't know how to actually handle them and drive them, so they lose control. Sure. And then, like you're talking about, low clearances and just not the best safety features as opposed to, like, say, like a Mercedes or a Tesla or something like that. Like, yeah, if you don't know what you're doing and you're playing around with speeds and stuff, just you have a much higher likelihood of getting an accident and then pass away from that accident. It's
well, dude, yeah.
It's one of the quickest ways you can go out. It's just driving in general. That shit's dangerous.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Paul Walker died in one.
Yep.
Well, dude, yeah. Because like the videos,
Jackass also died in one. There's like a laundry list of famous people. Just
that's true.
12 no, it's because you don't get you have to kind of like
conspiracy.
Put time into it.
Oh, what do they have in common? All Porsches.
All Porsches.
Yeah.
All Porsches.
Well, no, yeah, you're definitely right. Like, because the videos that we're watching were the drag races actually, but yeah, they go so fast that you see, normally it's easy for a car to retain a straight line, but yeah, theirs is like going almost into the bumper. So Motley's definitely got a point that that shit's obviously very dangerous.
Oh no,
we might be onto something here, boys.
Bro, this is the conspiracy theory.
Man, shit, that is what
put the boys to work. Are like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah, Cyclists mastering. Man, fuck out of here. I hate cyclists. Fucking bunch of
oh, dude, you want to talk about Seattle, man? Shit, I hate when people, they fucking.
Man, Brandon's fired up today.
No, not at all. But hey, you mentioned cyclists. I'm passionate about that.
Passionate about how much I hate those fuckers.
No, they just get in the fucking bike lane.
Yeah,
man.
no, it's the worst. Where I live near some places where it's like some of the oldest buildings in California, and there's cyclists everywhere in these streets that weren't made for fucking bicycles, and they're barely made for cars. And then the cyclists are on these roads as well, fucking getting hit all the time, like dumbasses. Yeah. It just goes to a specific, but it's like yeah.
I think it was Richard or someone posted a video of like a Ferrari was trying to get down like the back streets of like Italy and just pinned itself in. I was like, oh my god, that would be the worst. I was just like, can you imagine? Like, there's just no getting out of that. It's just like, yeah, you just fucked up your Ferrari. Oh
yeah, I would just take as many pictures as I could and just milk it. It's good.
I would just floor it. Fuck it, floor it and then get it fixed. Like sparks and paint, everything just going out the side. It's like
no doors anymore. Bro,
Like
don't worry,
just-
it's mid-engine, bro. It's in the middle.
It's like just straight up Jeep status. It's like, yeah, I didn't like the doors, so I took them off.
Yeah, when in Italy, Vespa. Yeah, like those are cities. Like yeah,
those streets are crazy. Yeah, they're just not made for vehicles. It's so old.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you too. It's an old town. It's literally it's Roman towns, Roman fucking towns. Like they're only supposed to fit like 2 wagons, if that.
I hate when I jam my Ferrari in the back streets in GTA. You just gotta put in the cheat code to fly over those streets, bro.
Yeah, I think a G wagon would be pretty cool because there's some souped up G wagons that are pretty sick. I kind of like.
I'm not a wagon guy. It's not for me. I don't like the body lines. I'm either like old school American muscle or I guess Lambo now.
I guess Lambo, yeah.
I guess Lambo now. That, like I said, those Hexicons are growing me. But no, like I've always been a Mustang guy. Like I want a classic Mustang. When I watched Gone in 60 Seconds with Eleanor,
yeah.
like I was sold as a little kid when I was watching that.
They're not that crazy. They're cheaper than a Lambo too. You can get them.
Yeah, but I'm looking at like heavily like modified ones. What was it? Some dude, the Hexican on Twitter, like sent me a link of like this place that does modifications and pretty much modernizes all the classic Mustangs. And they're putting in
I've seen that. Yeah,
putting in like a 700 something horsepower engine and just like Mercedes interior and like, oh man, it's so nice. But they go for like 200 grand. I might have to pick one of those up at some point.
You can buy Luna on MetaMask, or I guess you mean on Ethereum, but it's a wrapped version of it, basically, because Luna is its own coin.
Nice.
Or you can buy it on KuCoin, but you have to get a wallet specifically for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gravity Blast said get the Mustang from John Wick. Yeah, for sure. That was a nice one as well.
Yeah, we'll all get nice whips and stuff, but I mean, I like a car. I want to make sure the car I have is nice, but like I can fucking drive it everywhere, dude. Because America's roads are trash, dude.
Yeah, well, like I'm not. It's weird because I'm cutting down on all my freaking possessions. So like I'm not gonna get a new car until I start figuring out my citizenship. And like we talked about this on Wave 3 TV.
We'll get your green card.
Huh? Yeah, dude. Like I will renounce at some point. Probably.
Whoa,
like,
really?
Yeah, like 95% sure I'm
dude.
going to renounce. And yeah, so if I ever want to regain my citizenship, like I'll have to come back green card status if I wanted to. Like it's getting to that point. And we talked about it on Wave 3 TV's channel last night with
dude, that was a good episode, man. You guys covered a lot.
Yeah, because I mean we're all preemptively talking about that stuff now with just you should be actively pursuing tax havens, different strategies. Preservation of your wealth is just as important as the education and the research you had to put in to obtain it. Because like we talked about with like Biden's New Deal, and if their stuff gets implemented with capital gains, I mean you're looking at an average of like 52% capital gains tax. Like fuck that. Like don't be stuck here when that stuff gets. I know it's not implemented, and other people say oh it's this administration, but like. We've continued to trend that way for years now. So like before you know it, you're going to be that frog in the boiling pan and it's good until it's not. And then you're just fucked. So like preemptively start looking at that stuff now because it's in my opinion, it's only going to get worse. And you need to put as just much effort as you've put in now to acquire that wealth to preserve it. So, I mean, this upcoming year is pretty much all I'm doing is just traveling, checking out different countries that essentially want me to come be a resident with them and bring my capital to their country. So I'm gonna start checking that out over the next 6 months to a year.
Definitely. Hey, we got some guests right here, literally from a couch.
Oh, nice, dude.
Crypto Coffee. Hey.
Oh, hi, bro.
What's up, everybody? How are
Nice
you?
to see you. He's so excited and
Yeah.
smiling. He dropped a freaking earbud out of his right ear.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I'm changing that
Hell yeah,
to
man.
the backdrop today. We have
There you go.
Marilyn Monroe,
Nice.
I believe.
Is that a Warhol? Is that like
Warhol.
$100,000 you spent on it?
Oh, jeez. Those are crazy, man.
Hex games. You know?
What's up,
Dude,
bro?
yeah, man.
Where in the world are you?
I'm just at a friend's place, Chicago.
Okay, still in Chicago, Chi-Town.
Good old Chicago.
Nice.
Dude, I've never been, but it's cool that the Germans are traveling all over the the U.S. and stuff like that. Chicago seems like a cool place to at least.
Don't
No,
go
Yeah, I'm gonna
there.
meet up with them. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay, that
gonna
makes
plan
sense.
A whole. I don't know what they're planning, but it's kind of a workshop thing. When they come here, they want to do like a. Not quite sure, but I'm down for it. Whatever it is.
Dope, dude.
That's like I want to help like host one, but like I don't know where I'm gonna be at the time. Like when they're traveling around on the East Coast, so I'm like, it's
Yeah.
like once I get more secure, then I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I've got like this co-working space here, so I'm gonna be hosting it there probably. Like a nice little office, backdrop, whatever. All the amenities.
Maybe I'll try.
That's
to help
awesome,
out.
man.
I
We got
might
one more
try. I might try to
Desperado
help
right
out with the Orlando one. What's that?
We got one more Desperado joining the stream right now.
Bring him up.
The man,
got-
the myth,
Who's that?
the wave.
Wave 3 TV.
Oh snap!
Hey.
So,
Hey, that was a record time that you built your computer.
Yeah,
That's awesome, dude.
This is the whole setup here. That's just being a pain in the ass to deal with. Something's fucked up. So well,
Obviously, your lights aren't blue. That's what's going
yeah,
on.
you don't have enough
Yeah, well,
RGB.
so-
Clearly, that's the issue.
Try
I bought
turn it off, turn it back on again.
All right,
Yeah,
Indian
hopefully
support.
that doesn't so I bought a power supply from Best Buy, and that shit was a lemon. It didn't power up. It just didn't work. So
Oh, okay, I see.
yeah, I can't do much video. I've been trying to do some video editing, but I keep getting the blue screen of death. So I've narrowed it down that it's not the hard drives, because I got a new hard drive, replaced it, fresh install. So RAM, CPU. I don't think it's the GPU.
What
or it's the
GPU
power
do you
supply.
have?
I have a 2080 Ti,
And what's your
Nice,
how many
dude.
watts is your power supply?
1,000. Yeah, I got
Okay.
I got
You should be fine.
How big is your wallet, so-
Dude, just
Yeah.
spend like one T-shirt and just throw away the computer and get a new one.
Yeah,
Dude, now I shit you not.
yeah.
Now it's like fucking $5,000. Like shit, man. Fuck, it was just like $2,800.
Shit, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Hey, it's exciting,
to
right?
comp up
I
a
know.
Bitcoin
It's
soon.
blowing my mind too. It's really surreal right now, man. It's really awesome.
That's why everyone
Yeah.
has all these shit-eating grins on their face right now.
Oh, yo,
Yeah.
you guys, just one thing really quick. Full FYI to everyone listening, dude, we're probably going to take a big dip on September 15th. That's when the
Why?
taxes, last day for extended taxes, as well as that's when all the
Oh.
benefits roll over as
Yeah.
well. So a
Good.
little dip incoming.
I
But
need
Hex
to
is
do
gonna
mine
be-
still.
It's a
Yeah,
good buying
same here.
opportunity. September 15th, then
Right,
Everyone's
right,
gonna-
yeah.
cash out the taxes.
Hex
Yeah.
just keeps pumping. Fuck it.
Yeah, knowing Hex, it would just keep pumping in anyway.
Mhm.
But no, that's a legitimate reason. I think that's reasonable to think.
Yeah, you guys can still DCA into stuff and then take some profits on stuff if you guys want some other cryptos and stuff like Phantom's still going to go up just for the guys in the chat, or Hex is still going to go up. But yeah, hey, if you're up a lot, just take a little off the table. If things dip down, then you buy back in and you're in a better position because we're going to hit 100. Like I'm just talking about Bitcoin here, just so as a good bellwether for the market. Obviously, I'm not really counting Hex in this because Hex just is like the
It's a
fucking
monster.
manufacturer. It does whatever the fuck it wants,
Yeah.
right? But BTC is still going to hit like 100 Gs this year. So so
I don't think so.
Oh,
you see where the market is right now. If BTC is over 6 figures, which is really just like a 2x, which is nothing. But
So just to be clear, you don't subscribe to the bull trap theory or anything.
the bull, yeah, I mean, dude, it can go down. It can go down, but it's gonna pump right. I mean, the whole thing's gonna be because like Richard kind of said, like if it did go down, because like look, I thought a bull trap might only happen at like the BTC prices got to at least be around like 55K. At least do that because it's like all time high is $68,000. So it's in order to fucking honey dick enough people. If it is gonna be a bull trap, it's got to be in the 50s or or low 60s to like get as close to the all time high, but not really before it going down. Like right now it touched 50 grand like a second ago, but we're still not really over even into the 50K range. It's like we're not gonna like bull trap at like 40 Gs, you know.
Yeah, he said what, like 55, 56K without experiencing new all-time or a dip.
Yeah, the target was
Pretty
like
much.
50K Bitcoin for the bull trap and 3,600 Ethereum for the bull trap. But you know, the calls aren't perfect all the time. They're good track record.
Bro, we need to get you better fitting.
I swear, these headphones are not.
I just keep watching
Dude,
them fall out.
yeah. That's so frustrating, man. It's crazy what the little earbud size can make.
I think my
Yeah,
ears
man.
are just like a weird shape.
Get bigger ear holes, bro.
But they come with
Yeah.
multi-jump things,
I'm
dude.
gonna get plastic surgery to expand my ear holes. How about that?
I got like that in my head, like the Family Guy episode where like Peter Griffin was like trying to fuck what's her face's ears.
Yeah.
That's
the
hilarious.
first thing I'll spend my hex on is just ear surgery. Hey, thank you,
Make
Chris
these bigger.
Perez, for the $20 tip.
What's going on, bro?
What he's got 7-8 G's to drop in his crypto portfolio, currently up 92%. Congratulations. Dollar cost averaging over the next few days. He's waiting until your crypto, of course.
Oh,
I would think.
or hookers or cocaine or
Or hookers and coke.
God damn it.
We got to show the way.
Got you. Just DCA half of it and just keep the rest in cash until after September 5th, 15th, probably. That's probably like the move. You always want to have some
That's
cash
pretty
in
solid.
reserves. Yeah, you always got to have some cash in reserves. So like, look at the coins that haven't pumped your portfolio, and then you just pretty much DCA into some of that. Like, Polkadot's still down right now. Hex is doing pretty. What's Hex at right now? Like 25.
26 like
All-time high
0.3
today.
cents.
Yeah.
Bro, it was
Yeah.
flirting with
It is
27 cents
absolutely
earlier.
absurd.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I was looking back at the relative performance of all the DeFi protocols. So the other one that's performed very well during the bull market was Flend, referred to as Aave now.
Oh,
and
right.
if you actually take the measurement from Flend from its lows, it's outpacing it by 3 times if you measure all the way from the bottom. But Aave was because it's insane because ETHLend is already that already had an insane run up since August of 2019. So Hex has basically done a 3 times on those gains in over 100 days less.
Right.
So
So now Hex is because like beforehand, I think ETHLend had Hex for a little bit in terms of hexes. And now it's official. Hex is now basically the best asset to invest
Premier on
in.
ETH.
Yeah. No, all of crypto.
Oh yeah. Hey, round 2, 2021. Let's go. We already took the crown for 2020. Let's take it for 2021 too. Why not? Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, Wave 3 TV, that Hex is averaging right now 47 days per all-time high.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
Brilliant.
Nuts.
Yeah, and there's some good finds Motley had related to the liquid supply. And a lot of people don't realize, I didn't even realize this until recently, but there's a very large percentage of what was sacrificed prior to the OA was already like 25 to 30% of the liquid supply at the time. So that's an insane amount of supply disappearing. Because to put it in perspective, the best we've seen in the market in terms of knocking out, let's say, a year's worth of inflation has been something like Kusama. That's knocked out about 11 to 15% through its parachain auctions. So Hex has done 25 to 30% through the sacrifice with a 6-year lockup already on that supply. So it's basically
increasing too.
It's price pumping on steroids. Like it takes it to a whole
Quarter Panda, shout out.
What's up, Quarter Panda?
Nice, dude.
My man.
Hey, Quarter Panda.
My panda.
Dude, that picture's like, what?
Oh, that thing's dope.
I love it, man. That's awesome. It's quite the gradient.
It's quite the
It's quite, yes.
almost as good as the pulse
monocle.
gradient.
Right? I don't know. I like the Hex one maybe a little bit better. That magenta, something about it. All the colors.
Big magenta fan.
No, I mean, like Richard said, like it's almost like a Miami, like 80s style, kind of like just I don't know. He's got color coordination and knows what looks good. So Pulse is good too. I like the red and blue.
I like if you guys have ever seen the meme, it's like I know where Richard got the idea for all this stuff, and it's like Hex is the Instagram gradient, and then Pulse is like the Facebook Messenger gradient.
I've seen that, dude. Yeah,
they're like identical. Yeah,
Take what works,
dude.
use it in the real world.
Yeah.
Well, people already have those associations,
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. It cues them in without even realizing it. It's something they're so familiar with on a daily basis,
Well, I don't
and it's
know
an
of any other
appealing
logo
color
that
scheme.
had the hex grid.
What's that?
Like, what other logo? What other logo had pink and yellow?
The Instagram logo.
But I thought Pulse Chain is more similar to the Instagram logo, not Hex.
No, Pulse Chain. Instagram is like yellow, orange, red to like purplish, and then Facebook Messenger is like the Pulse logo.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, you can
I
look at
don't
it
really
right
go
now
into
on your
it
phone.
that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your audio is weird. Coffee, it just like changed.
Is it shitty?
That's
Let me,
better. Or it was better. Let's see. LOL, Motley drinking an energy drink, not planning on going to bed anytime soon. Yeah, man, I'm on the dollar cost sleep cycle right now where I've just like turned into a night owl and then I sleep in till like noon or 1 and then start my day. So like I've shifted into, I think my circadian rhythm, like naturally I stay up later, so fuck it, might as well just prolong it at this point. It's just what I do. I just do all my stuff mid-afternoon to late at night.
yeah, I'm starting to get that way too.
I mean, when you don't have to work, I mean, you can just shift it whatever works best for you. But I mean, honestly, naturally, thanks to the military, my circadian rhythm has been pushed back like crazy. Like, I mean, I before I used to never be able to sleep until like 1 or 2 in the morning at least, anyways. So now that I can actually sleep in, I can still get a full night's sleep, which is what matters.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's crazy how much of a difference.
The freedom of just being able to choose when you wake up, because I'm naturally a night owl anyway. We actually have these things called sleep chronotypes. So everybody is naturally geared or has a tendency to want to sleep in a different pattern. And I think they're actually divided into animals, right? So you have bear, wolf, lion, and
Interesting.
dolphin.
Really?
Dolphin
I've
is like
never seen the animal categories of it.
Dolphin is like the fucked up one where you like can't sleep, like yeah, you sleep like 1 hour here, 1 hour there, and they think back to when we were tribal people, right? There was an advantage to having all 4 of those chronotypes. So like
because someone was always awake on alert.
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So tigers are the lions are the early risers, wolves are the night owls, and bears just kind of sleep all day. Bears just kind of.
Someone's got to protect the lazy bastards of the tribe.
Bears is who everybody else takes care of.
That's funny.
So it's kind of interesting.
The sappers, they're a ferret class.
Yeah. Well, dolphins are a powerful creature. If in Hex terms too.
Oh man, shit. Hex dolphins are doing pretty good. Same thing with the squids. I think there's like a lot of millionaires.
Those are now millionaires. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's cool.
Almost all of them.
That's cool.
I'd have to do the math, but the bottom tier squids are approaching that mark now.
Yeah, I think we need to redesign the ladder so that squids are krakens, and then that's the size that you see those movies where you see this giant squid like basically destroy this pirate ship.
Yeah,
like
krakens.
Tentacles wrapping around it. Yeah.
Yeah, we need more tiers in the staker leagues because it's almost because Steph has talked about it. It's just it's by a multiple of 10. So like with the rising T-share price and price appreciation of Hex, like it's almost impossible unless you're at like the top tier of your league. It's almost impossible at this point to gain a tier, like unless you just have an ungodly amount of money.
Just do it by 5s, like the metric system.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, that'll give you twice as many tiers.
Just need more sea creatures.
Yeah, I know they talked about they were going to do like a major update, like a 2.0, and that it was going to have some sort of like subcategories, maybe in the tier section or something, you know. So that gamifying really makes a difference, man. Like it's crazy how that game theory is like, you want to compete for the other person, or like I want to be in this club and shit like that. So it's awesome.
Yeah, salute to all my Hexicans, man.
Yeah, cheers. Of course, I finished my drink. I'm gonna go make a drink now. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you can do some cool stuff with sharks where you make the upper tiers megalodon sharks. And then
man, that'd be dope.
You do all sorts of cool things.
The lower
Fuck yeah! Too bad I'll never be there.
Yeah.
Megalodon pattern.
You got whales. sperm whale. You know. Yeah.
Jonathan Ross, I'm a bottom tier squid, but not enough for me. Okay, but close though. Close, Jonathan.
What's the bottom tier squid in terms of rank? What is that like?
But like
Probably like 1,000.
no squid.
1,000
rank or
t-shirts.
overall?
That's pretty good.
No, for a shark, for a dolphin.
Oh, for a dolphin,
Yeah.
probably. I think it's about 1,000 for a dolphin. Somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500. I think. Let me. I can check right now.
I never look. I just don't. It's just not. You know.
Number
Like, that's the
go
thing
up.
too. There is this whole thing where
Yeah,
people
dude.
get their coin stuff too much, and that's not a. I don't think that's
Yeah.
very healthy.
Dude, I felt the same way with like honestly like Twitter lately, you know, like because I follow a lot of Hexicans and all that stuff, but eventually sometimes I catch myself just doing that as just like I'm kind of bored, let me just go here, and then but yeah, I guess anything in excess and too much, you know, can be that way too.
Chris says he's a power bottom shrimp.
Coffee. What was that? What was that protocol you were? Damn it! You were doing. It was like shrimps, ghost shrimps, or something.
Shrimp farming, right? Like,
Shrimp farming, dude. It was one of the earliest scams in the Hex space.
Bro, you don't remember the shrimp eggs? Come on now.
Yeah.
It was
that
ridiculous.
was the good old days.
Coffee was
And it
running the
just-
shrimp farm.
Oh yeah, you know, I was basically just trying to warn people to not do that.
Let me lead by example. Don't do this.
I know it looks really fun, but
I still
That's funny.
remember that stream to this day where you're like, yep. So you got some shrimp here. There's your shrimp eggs.
they grow, they hatch, and you give all your money away to a.
Is that still up? Is that video still up?
Who knows? Bro?
I hope that I don't even want to go back.
No, I was just curious. I was just gonna say it'd be funny to kind of go back for like a
Brand's gonna clip that
purposes,
shit,
you know?
bro. Watch out.
No,
He's gonna
I promise. I swear I will. I swear.
Remember this, Coffee?
I would never do that, man. Shit, I would never do that.
Oh, by the way,
never at all.
somebody asked me a question. Like, who is in charge of the Hex Clips YouTube channel? Is that you, Brand?
No, hell no. I actually know that
Oh.
the guy actually messaged me. His name's like Dennis or something like that. So like his
He's
name is
cool.
Dennis, and then yeah, and then I know Markable has control of it as well. And he asked me,
Yeah,
and I was like,
Clips from the heart.
you know,
There's two
He's,
different ones, and that's good work that they're doing. So I just wanted to know who was in charge of those because I want to ask them for like their permission to take stuff. I think it's probably fine.
I'll send
dude,
you.
totally,
I'll send
Saul.
you his link on I think Telegram because I was talking to him today. He's just been really busy late, so he hasn't had time to edit all the clips. But I'm sure he wouldn't mind. The guy's really cool.
Nice.
yeah. I mean, it's all like open source, anyways, right? Like I don't think someone, if it's like Richard's content, right? They can't just tell you not to download it. You know, why wouldn't that be fine?
ETH gas is
just
disgusting.
asking.
Brian.
Yeah, no, I agree.
ETH gas is disgusting right now. I actually just onboarded a new friend today, and
Yeah.
it's just like $200 to get in, swap and everything. I'm like, let me just send you some, and then you can just give me money.
That's literally what my onboarding process has consisted of, is just selling people Hex, giving them money, and then like I'm literally just eating Ethereum gas fees for them too because I feel
yeah.
so shitty for like
Yeah.
how bad it is right now.
I'm
Yeah, it's like a
send
major
people Ethereum
tax.
So they can fucking so they can use their damn wallet.
Hey Motley.
What's up,
Dude,
bro?
I told my brother yesterday how much he was up and shit. He was like, what? Like, 'cause
That's so cool.
His last purchase was like a while back and stuff, and I told him on his last purchase he was up 100x on his last purchase.
Jeez,
amazing.
dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's been working, dude. So he's like, I think he's gonna buy himself like a truck or some landscape truck or something. I was like, oh, that's cool, dude.
Tell him to wait. Tell him to wait.
Yeah.
He's got to wait till until the snapshot to the fork.
It's
I had
really-
one of my onboardees hit me up today. He was so pissed because he's like, I'm 6K away from being a millionaire. He's like, I'm 6K
Oh
away.
man,
And
nice.
it's just like
dude.
a
That's
little bit of a
awesome.
sell down. And so he's like, God damn it. He wants the screenshot on Stake Wrap so bad.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
those get addicting, right? Like my phone's like full of just all these new records. It's pretty cool how many screenshots there are, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
So close. Let's see. God,
The ranking doesn't always work. So who's gonna turn all these Hex content into NFTs? Yeah, somebody hit me up on Twitter and they want to make an NFT out of me. Like, that's amazing. That's so funny.
Go for it.
Yeah, like go for it. I hope I can have one for free. Um, I'll pay for it though.
That's all I ask. Just send it to me for free.
I've always wanted an action figure of myself.
Well, if Cy has his way, you'll get
Yeah.
it.
Have you guys heard about the documentary as well? That's going to be pretty cool. I think Richard actually, the whole point of the Ferrari thing was for content for the documentary, allegedly.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's pretty cool. I'm excited. I always thought Hex was a great movie, just with all the corruption, all the bullshittery, all of the
Expose it.
overcoming. Yeah, just exposing the industry for what it is, and that's what we did. And it feels good. Man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think the video he released after the live stream was probably a clip from it where he was just having that monologue with the camera, and then he was talking about I think he was talking about some drone footage he has. So I imagine he got some pretty cool like drone footage of him like probably flooring his new Ferrari, and then his buddy who has a McLaren. So I'm pretty sure they have some cool shots of those
You
supercars.
probably already talked about the video from earlier, but that was a nice 11-minute, one of Richard's only short videos. And it was just really well shot, just a nice humble brag and just a nice motivational thing. That and the music video were pretty cool, pretty inspiring, like not cringe at all.
Yeah, I think that latest short videos, I think that was probably from the documentary crew, if I had to bet. The production seemed pretty high quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to like look in the background and see what Richard's house looked like and shit.
That's definitely not his house.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think it was when he was on this road trip just recently.
Yeah.
They're probably in like some posh area or something they were renting out.
Yeah. Cool, man. Really exciting stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
50 cents coming shortly. You ready for 50 cents coffee?
Cents.
Hey, some of the guys are asking in the chat, like, what's the best time to actually for gas fees when they're lower? It's usually in the nighttime, right? When like
Weekends, Saturday, Sunday. For me, it's about anywhere between 12 to 2 a.m. Eastern time, give or take.
Sunday night.
Sunday's probably the best. Yep.
Probably.
So coming up on the weekend, that's your best time. You can do stuff like Hex.vision, check out the gas tracker. There's bots on Twitter you can follow. That's just type in like Ethereum gas tracker or gas bot or something like that on Twitter, and there's like 3 or 4 of them. It'll give you notifications when it's low or high.
Does anybody know why like gas is so up again? Is it really just related to the price of Ethereum and all this new NFT hype, or is it like it's like round 2 of NFT hype? I feel so maybe that's driving it up. I don't know what all the gas usage is for.
it's NFT stuff. It's NFT stuff. Yeah, it's NFT stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also like when the blocks are full enough, it allows them to start the tipping process, which just increase because there's sort of like they've essentially added. I wouldn't say limit to the transactions, but basically like every transaction almost looks the same. And until it fills up, then they can go back to the classic, gas fee shit. Did you see that upgrade to Metamask? What a bunch of horse shit! They should have never changed.
Oh man, terrible.
Yeah.
Looks disgusting, man.
What?
Metamask update.
Go ahead.
Gas.
What happened?
Oh, the gas layout and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
it's
like
weird.
it at all.
It's weird. It's
It fucks
not
me
great
up.
UX.
No, it went worse, which is usually the opposite of what you want to do when you're trying to design a nice, pleasant, appealing UI to the eyes.
Yeah, and the nomenclature I think is a problem that needs to be addressed on MetaMask. If it was up to me, if I was the guy developing that, I wouldn't call them accounts and seed. Like they're changing the names of seed words, backup phrases too often, right? They went from seed words to backup phrases to private keys to accounts, and it's just confusing how we talk about these things, right? Like I think
that's true.
Like your public key, it should be your public key and your private key. To me, that's it. Just don't try to make it more colloquial.
Yeah, you're right. Keep it consistent across all because I agree. I've heard other people with that terminology be confused, and they thought that they were sharing something, and who knows? Now it's their seed phrase that they're sharing, and that's obviously the last thing that you want to do.
Damn,
like referring to accounts. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, damn, Brazology just paid $346 to end 300
Dude,
days.
Yep, I paid like 400 something yesterday for a stake since day 51. It's up there, man.
If you guys aren't selling or in a rush to restake, I mean, it's not going to kill you to just wait till the weekend and just wait for the lower gas fees, because they are absurd during the week, and during peak times it's pretty bad.
Well, especially like the cool. Yeah, exactly. Like, and the cool thing, like Motley mentions, and like Crypto Coffee talk about, like at least with Hex, that you have like a 14-day grace period, and so that like he mentions can be quite the savings when it comes to the staking, the end staking price. If you can be patient and wait that long.
Nice. Black Label is trying to help troubleshoot Wave 3 TV's computer right now.
Yeah. I gotta get better headphones. Nomenclature in crypto is terrible. DeFi dorks trying to talk to regular people doesn't work well. Well said, Chester. That's exactly my thoughts. It's you have this thing in crypto where you have developers, like really smart developers, and not enough product people on the other half. So you got the developers making the product, and sometimes, I mean, they're really smart,
no
but sometimes they don't
businessmen
always,
on the other
like,
side.
they're not close enough to the end user. Sometimes there's a disconnect. So part of like how you build a good product is you need to do user research. So you actually go out and ask people what they think about it, right? And like how to improve. I don't know if there's a whole lot of that going on, because again, even if you are doing research, your users are also crypto nerds, right? So it's like you're basically just getting circle jerk feedback from the same people.
That's a good point. They should have done that with MetaMask before the update. Us that use it could have said no. So
yeah,
that's good advice, man. That's really good advice.
Well, we're going to be making our own. For anyone that doesn't know, it's in the cards for Hex to have our own version of MetaMask. Kind of like how Binance Smart Chain has its own version of a browser wallet extension. That code could be forked and repurposed for Pulse only. So that would be in the utopia, right? The perfect utopia.
Be nice. DC, do you see Gravity Blast is finally going to be able to attend your course?
No way. Let me see. I didn't see it. Let me see. He
said he finally got enough time off work to join the course this go around. So he's gonna pop his cherry.
Let me see. Where's the chat? Where's the wow.
It's up just a smidge.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a good question in the chat about. Oh, go ahead.
Welcome. Yeah, Gravity Blast is a cool dude, man. He's always really active on Twitter.
Yeah. He was the one that told me never mind. I don't want to dox it in case he doesn't do it. He did tell me some really cool information though. That I was just like, damn. I was like, I didn't realize that crypto was that serious. Like a big company like that was actively involved in using crypto to settle on essentially payments. I was like, that's wild.
Yeah.
There's a question about the Pulse Chain expected APY for staking PLS token. My 2 cents on that is that I think it's going to be probably a lot lower at first than Hex gains from staking
100%.
Hex. Yeah, and the reason why is because the price is going to be low at first because of the delegated proof of stake, right? So if you're delegating and your delegation is only 0.001 of the entire node, you're only getting like 0.00001 of the staking rewards for that node. So who's really going to be making the rewards are the actual 33 validators, and not you as a very small barnacle trying to like hop onto a whale, right? So I think you're better off taking Hex, and obviously you're going to need to buy Pulse, and I think the price will skyrocket because everyone needs to buy Pulse to get in the ecosystem. But I don't think staking will be as attractive when you compare it to staking Hex.
Well, to be fair, a lot of the validators for the first year are probably going to operate a net loss anyways. I have a feeling a lot of them are going to, instead of taking the fees, they're probably going to give out a majority of their fees regardless to delegators just to attract large pulse bags. So I think they'll, just like Amazon, right? I think they'll operate at a net loss for like the first year to just gain a large supply of the pulse so they can secure their position as a validator. So you might see somewhat, it's just the problem of Hex isn't a naturally like high transacting coin. You need stuff like gambling games and NFTs and stuff where people are constantly trading back and forth. So it's going to take time for the adoption and all that stuff to take place on Pulse Chain before you really start generating a serious amount of fees. And then on top of that, like I do think the validators will give up a majority of their fees just to attract a larger position and secure their position as a validator in the ecosystem.
It makes sense, like you mentioned, kind of reward them, you know. Yeah, nice to see you funding Jim. Hell yeah, man. Dude.
What? Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Just the Kiev trip that he's doing, or that some of the Hexicans are doing, is pretty dope, dude. If you guys talk about good production like Richard's videos, they're going to, like, I think it's Ukraine, something like that.
Kia or not Kia, but
yeah, Kiev or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Gary?
So yeah, he's always up to something cool.
Yeah. What about you, Wasabi? You've been mighty quiet out there in that corner of yours. Sir.
Well, I'm trying to
troubleshoot his computer.
You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was just reading some articles that are probably not going to be very helpful, but yeah, I'm gonna mess around with it after the stream. I may have to get a laptop to hold me out for a little bit, which I don't. I like using a desktop. I'm a desktop.
I did too.
Maxi, so it's.
I use my laptop like a desktop.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
We don't like that brand.
I know, right?
It's for travel only.
I thought about getting 2 desktops, like one here, one there, but just ended up caving in.
Brand just balling out now.
Yeah.
Jeez, Brand. Spending all your heck on desktop computers.
Yeah, come on, man. Stop
Oh, yeah,
all
man.
them t-shirts.
You know
with
it.
me. Desktop master race. Ooh, nice.
So that's the nice thing about actually a desktop is, like, you know, you could buy 2 for the price of like a gaming laptop. So that's the math that I was doing when I was doing it.
Yeah.
I was gonna do a dumb joke, but I was just like, nah, never mind. That's
What? Give the people what they want, damn
Come
it.
on. Yeah, that's why they're tuned in.
It's a little
Yeah.
misogynist.
That's fine. Do you know what our audience is? Come on. It's like 99% dudes.
99.9% male. Actually, it's been a little bit more female lately. There's like 2%. I've got 2% female. It's a big
Well,
deal.
that's because you're
Hell yeah, man.
You're
Shit.
a Chad, bro. That's why. You get
Giga Chad.
You get the solid 2% females in crypto. Congratulations.
Nah.
Hell yeah, man.
They're like, damn, who's this guy? Oh, he's talking about crypto too now.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
All right, so end of year price
Cryptos and
predictions,
coffees?
guys.
Wow.
We gotta do end of year price predictions. That's all anyone cares about. I'm gonna go with let's see. I could easily see 50-cent Hex by end of year. And
Bro, it's
Pulse
50.
Chain- I'm just hoping Pulse Chain launches by end of year, to be honest.
Yeah,
50
50 cent Hex before Pulse Chain launches. Like, I think it's almost a lock now at this point. So, like, dollar Hex is well within the picture for the end of this year. And, like, that was my original price prediction. But, like, I'm going to start bumping that out because I think it's going to go past.
That almost sounds
Yeah.
conservative, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
That is very true. Yep.
It's how
That's
quickly
fun.
that shit is. You know what's funny too is like all you bitches were like, oh, 15 cents, 20 cents, and we were all saying like $1, 50 cents $1. Everyone's like, that's crazy, bro. And now everyone's like, 50 cents is fun.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, all right,
Yeah.
bitches, like mid said
Yeah.
$1 forever. You're like, that's fun. It's
Yeah.
$20 now.
No, you're right, man. Yeah, you're definitely right.
Yeah.
No, but- yeah, go ahead, wait.
I was gonna say for the price targets, I'm just looking at the channel it's moving in right now, and the longer it takes to hit upper levels of that channel correspond to higher price targets. So if you even just use that as a reference point, you could. I mean, not financial advice. I mean, I've had bags packed for this thing for a very, very long time, so you'll have to recalibrate your reference point because the local bottoms, all that stuff are going to adjust over time. So if X, let's say, goes to $1, the local bottom could be like 25 cents or something like that. So you have to start to basically recalibrate what's realistic based off the latest on the price chart. And if it was to hit, let's say, the peak on that channel at the end of the year, you could see like $1.75 to $2. Basically, so it's
a whole new world.
the hexologist like $2.10 or $2.
Yeah, 201. Yep.
$2. Yeah, because there's just not like what Okay, so the thing with the charts is everybody's looking at them at at the hex chart based on that first wave up, but the liquid supply that's in the market today is vastly different than what occurred during that first major move. Like I get the price is going higher, but the liquid supply is also substantially lower going into this run up than compared to that first major move during the adoption amplifier. There's and with the sacrifice phase, I almost think you have to recalibrate from after big payday and then use that as a starting point, because everything prior to that could actually be misleading and put lower targets than what could actually end up playing out on the price chart. So everything is breaking. Like the hex to Bitcoin pair broke. The hex. Sorry, go ahead.
It breaks everything. Like
Yes.
I had a guy arguing with me in the YouTube chats, trying to tell me that was like market cap matters and all this stuff, and I was trying to get him to tell me
Fallacy,
like,
man.
and I was trying to get him to tell me like what about the market cap do you think matters so much? He couldn't give me a straight answer. I think he ended up trying to like compare Apple to Hex. And I'm like, it's a different beast between having something like the OA that owns such a large supply, the event that we had with the pulse chain, the sacrifice phase, getting rid of 25-30% of the liquid supply that was on the market. We have like like a little over 9% that's staked. And so like you're talking nothing is out there. And then the staking length continues to increase. Like we're almost at 6 years now. We've gone from like less than 5 to 6 years. Like it's the perfect storm for just like absolutely insane price appreciation, because there's nothing out there.
Market cap lives don't matter.
They don't.
Well, dude, Motley, like you mentioned, the supply is a lot lower than the actual available supply is a lot lower than what people think. I mean, if you look at the liquidity pool, I think for Uniswap across all of it, I think it's like 71 million hex. You know, so some people have more. Oh, okay, yeah. Some people have like more hex than what's available. So you're definitely right that it's a lot more rare than people think, and I think that that's really important for people to consider and to know.
Brand, are you saying you have more hex than what's available right now?
Dude, I wish. Fuck, man. Shit.
What are your sources, bro? What are your sources?
It's so, man.
Some people just have
right
more hex than what's liquid available right now. Weird.
No, I say that because actually Johnny had posted I think it's like 2-game Rosecraft, something like that. They had like $40 million worth of hex, and they posted their screenshot on Twitter. You know, so some people are posting screenshots. You know,
good recovery,
a lot.
sir. Good recovery. Good recovery.
That'd be a lot more shares than anyways. That'd be dope.
Brand is the OA. Get him.
Brand's got fucking girlfriend changing money now.
Hey, you're not wrong, man. Hey, shit.
Jesus.
You're not wrong.
All right. Hopefully she's not
I'm
watching.
No, I agree.
Never said that ever.
He's just watching the stream right now.
Yeah. Get Brand to agree to anything. It's like, yeah, man. Hell yeah, it is. Next thing you know, she just comes in like she's Venezuelan, bro. Watch out. Like that knight's gonna be coming in if you're not careful.
We're safe right here, yeah.
Okay. She's gonna come in through the window. Watch Brand get taken out on stream.
You just see the camera turn off.
Bro, what if Brand's like oblivious? We just see his kerns like slowly start to part, and you just see.
Oh
just see
man, that would be
coming,
bad.
like Brand, watch out!
Brand, voy a hablar conmigo ahorita. ¿Cómo vas a hacer esto? ¿Cómo vas a dejar el pinche güey? ¿Cómo sabes que te ponías por ti?
No, I mean, yeah, it's that's pretty cool what you talk about. You know, doing the traveling and finding different places that might be, suitable for future or current, massive wealth.
Damn, what you got stored away in the sock drawer there, bro?
Yeah, so this was a hat that I grabbed during. This is Coffee gave me this hat during the Vegas trip. But yeah, this thing is going to be during the next trip, people are gonna know you have money if you're wearing this. Because the first trip, I mean, what was the price at the time? I have to go back on the chart.
It was still pretty. It was still pretty
Yeah.
good, but we were also experiencing a dip because I don't remember what the price was. I just remember everyone bitches like everyone's in Vegas dumping on us right now.
Oh man, there's always never-ending bitching from dude. Who sold? Shit.
No, I don't remember what the price was. I mean, I was still very happy and like I didn't give two shits. But yeah, I know we were experiencing a little bit of a dip during the Vegas trip. But yeah, like it's weird because like all my wardrobe is like freaking, it's all hex and pulse shit. But you're right. Like it's just it's just a symbol of wealth and like it just continue. It's gonna be the next Bitcoin. So eventually it's just gonna be like walking around like when you have license plates and all this shit that says hex. It's just like. Yeah, it's like, man, you want to brag about it, but it's like you're a target too. I'm so conflicted because I bought so much damn hex shit. Like everything is hex.
Yeah.
It's just like, come rob me, bro.
And just like it's just stream stuff, basically. That's what it is.
What's that?
It's just stuff for streaming, really. More than
yeah, I mean,
it's ridiculous.
You say that,
really,
I rock this shit outside.
I know you rock it. I mean,
Yeah, me too, man.
That hat looks sick, dude. That's fitted, bro.
This shit's fire.
That looks real good.
The Hex merch is all amazing.
Yeah, it's great, but man, yeah, it's funny because like as it gains more, it's all about gaining virality too. As it gains more virality, and then people connect the dots with wealth, it gets stupid. And like actually had the issue with my wife or whatever recently because got her mom into hex pretty heavy, and she's going around, and my wife told her, is like, all right, don't let the rest of the family know like Clay's like hit it big or whatever, and like just don't tell because they gossip and they tell everyone and all this shit. And so like but her mom goes like this, she's like, I wanted Hex to pump, so like she told all her sisters who have money too. She's like, I want my Hex bags to pump. I'm like, they're gonna pump without your sisters knowing about Hex. But then she's like, yeah, Clay's done really well. And then like she started to tell him like not how much I had, but like enough to where like, oh really? And so now my wife was all pissed, like I told you not to tell them. So now like everyone knows. It's just like the OPSEC is just slowly eroding away. It's just eroding away. Time to move, boys. Time to move.
Yeah. One
Life
day we'll wake
changing
up.
money, you guys. Life changing money.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll have 100 new claimed best friends just show up at your door asking to hang out.
Yep. I had one hit me up today.
Yeah.
I don't know what he wanted. He was just like, hey man, we should connect again. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah. Dude, I see that all the time, man.
Haven't heard from you in like 5 or 6 years. But who knows? We'll see what he wants. I'll hit him up tomorrow.
This might be the best comment right here of the day. Women not gossiping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Gravity Blast comments. It's just like she's trying to get her bags pumped. What a degen. Yeah, dude, she's great. She's out there showing Hex to everyone now. That's the only problem now is like I gotta go onboard like 6 people this weekend.
Yeah, that is the problem, man. I mean, like you mentioned, your old friend or old acquaintance, and at the end of the day, you only have so much time, and sometimes I kind of feel the same way with a whole bunch of DMs, and it's like, man, like Richard mentioned, he had like 1,600 unread messages, and he's like, well, what's more productive, sitting all day answering messages, or actually doing stuff that's like more valuable and productive and that helps the world, because those numbers just grow, man. I mean, the amount of people, like Motley mentions, it's kind of like just a snowball effect, right? One person tells the other, and then they're winning all your damn time.
Bro, I'm doing like a little mini version of like dollar cost this freaking course. Like I'll get like 9 people at once, and I'll put them on StreamYard because like I'm not gonna repeat myself 9 or 10 times over. And
that's smart.
Yeah, just walk them through all the basics, get them set up security wise, teach them about wallets and seed phrase and how and ETH and Hex, and go into all the nitty gritty. And then most of them most of them aren't coming in with any serious money, so I can just send them a little bit of Hex interest and get them set up
Right.
and started on their journey, and then then give them the tools to buy in at a later date, converting their fiat to crypto, which is what I find to be the hardest, most annoying
That's
part
true.
of crypto, because all the KYC and waiting to set up and all the issues with it.
Dude, I heard you saying that actually a long time ago. On stream that you're doing the same thing like batch grouping, and what a genius idea, right? If you're going to, because like I was saying, helping each individual person can be so time consuming, but that's really cool that you came up with that process, because especially with StreamYard, yeah, you can show the screen and show different functions so they know how to do it, and like you mentioned, not fuck up. So that's smart.
Yo, DC, what's Jimmy talking about? Plan C saying to burn some cell.
Oh yeah,
burn feature.
Plan C is trying to do a petition, so so they're trying to do an additional burn on Celsius and stuff in terms of some of their interest. So when
have they done a burn before?
No, it's purchased. They go directly into your wallet. So they buy from the market and then put in your wallet. So it's like it's sort of like it's a dividend essentially, basically,
or a buyback. Yeah, buyback.
It's a buyback dividend fusion, basically. Yeah, but now they're thinking about adding a burn feature and stuff, and they're kind of voting on it. So I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it, that'd be cool.
Bro, I have desperately fought to get Plan C into Hex over and over again. Every time,
man.
Plan C will be in Hex, bro. Trust. I'm talking to him.
I know he will.
He's so smart too. He's like genius, motherfucker.
I've heard him talk.
He's genius.
I was so close. Like when Wave 3 TV and I were like in the last green room, like so close, just on the cusp. And I think the price of Hex was like somewhere between like 12 and 14 cents at the time, and I was just like, man, he's just on the freaking cusp. I'm like, dude, just freaking do it. And yeah, now we're sitting here at like 26, 27 cents. And like, yeah, it frustrates me because someone's so smart and gets it and still can't pull the trigger on investing in it. And it's funny to me because it shows you how strong an emotional tie can be, because he is smart enough to understand Hex. He gets Hex. He understands what it's going. There's a very similar asset in the form of Celsius. And as much as I love my Celsius community, I do think Celsius is a slightly inferior product. And man, you get that emotional tie with that first bag that you really hit it big with, just like you with Litecoin. Like, it's hard to part ways with it, even when you can look at the math and can see the writing on the wall. You don't want to part with that first bag that made it big. Like, let's say a product that came out that was superior to Hex, it would be so hard for me to start parting with portions of my Hex to allocate into that new asset, because there's so much emotional ties and stuff that goes along with that. Right. It's hard to break away. And it's funny because I see it in him so much, and he's probably one of the most logical and like number crunching individuals I've ever met, and yet I can see such an insane emotional tie to his first bag that really kicked it off for him.
This has happened twice with some buddies of mine. Like, I actually, when we had Wasabi on stream one time, I have to find it. It was a while back.
Yeah, you're talking about the back in the...
Was it Discourse or something? Or like, you were on some stream, either mine or Discourse Syndicate back in the day.
I think was it for Hex or for Celsius?
Well, Celsius, it was me and you on podcasts and stuff. But no, I'm talking about it was on Hex and stuff, where you're like, oh damn. And then like you came on stream, and then I think this is a little bit after you figured it out, and I think you were on Discourse there talking about the good stuff. I think you were charting it, which you were the best charter in Hex, you know.
Still,
shing,
bro.
Shing,
Still.
Shing, shing.
Yeah, I remember you and I were on the same stream when we were talking about the T-shares, and we were talking about how I was going to make a 10x move on the T-share to ETH ratio, and it blew past that. Like it's around how much ETH is it for one T-share right now? Is it $5,000 per T-share? And ETH is what, like 3,800? So
you're getting like 600 B shares for ETH or something right now.
It's up basically like 13 to 15x versus the ETH ratio just on the T-share price. Like it's absolutely, well, the trend did show it at the time. Like it was just the rule of like 10x, so it jumped up the next 10x band, and then it jumped up the next 10x band, and then because there's no supply, it can jump up the next 10x band again. So these, a lot of these, like when people suggest things aren't possible, then you're going to see things that break your mind in crypto, because in this market, a lot of things are possible, and there's a lot of secrets when it comes to how Richard Hart specifically has designed Hex, and there's a lot of good stuff. Like there's a ton of data now from like Wales, Gerardo. Like there's going to be so much data for people to go off of in cycles ahead. That's going to be very useful. But yeah, those were the very early days. What was the first stream back then? Was it you, Hexologist, Coffee, and RG3?
Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
That,
Just
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
stream too.
Good old days.
I went back and watched it not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a good stream. And then me and Hex with the next 2 streams because we're both working. Yeah.
Working. What a joke.
Oh wow, Motley! Wow.
Well, ironically enough, like the after retiring, I've never been like busier with like
Dude, same man.
going
Shit,
on.
yeah, busy. Busy.
less sleep, bro. Less sleep. Like no sleep, actually. Shit.
Oh, I'm getting sleep, just very busy still.
No, I get shit. Not I, bro. Not I. I have been busy. But yeah, after I get the course done and stuff, I'm gonna try to go visit Motley the Investor. We need
Nice,
to
man.
link up after. I mean, Wave 3 TV. I'll buy your plane ticket, bro. We gotta meet up. We all gotta meet up, you guys.
Bro, you're the only
I know,
person.
I mean,
You're
yeah.
the only one we haven't met in person. Like everyone else has met each other.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm an AI robot, bro. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just
Maybe. Wait for you to
Yeah.
show up, and turns out the only thing that are real are the elbows, and that's it. Everything else is cyborg. Everything else is robotic, except
I
for
know.
the McElbows.
This is true. Yeah, I did meet Yashki. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, you met a couple of Hexkins, right? Like
Yeah.
Vance, RG3,
Brazology, RG.
Brazology. Yeah, Brazology is really cool. I met Brazology in the
I
Vince-
love
Brazology in the
Vince,
chat.
Vince was there too.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah, there's a
talked
lot
to
of
him.
cool Hexkins.
I
Yeah.
mean, DC almost made it out there. He just couldn't get a damn flight last minute.
Yeah. What was going on? There was like some storm thing or something, or some delays.
No, you had your course at the time.
No,
No.
like he was
Oh,
he was
okay.
still trying to fly in the last night when we had the penthouse party. He was trying to make it to that. Like he was like hitting me up. He's like trying to get a flight. He couldn't get a flight. There was
Oh yeah,
They-
yeah.
there was issues with flights like nonstop during that period. Whatever was going on.
That's so true. So many people missed it.
Whose dog do I need to take out?
I'm sorry. What's...
You all right, Brett? Jesus.
My dad's dog.
Okay.
He probably
Take
just
him
got
out
home.
for
Sorry
you.
about that.
No, you're good. No, but there was some, I remember everyone's having issues with flights. I had an issue with my flight. Wave 3 TV had an issue with this flight. A lot of other Hexicans, like there just wasn't anything available and shit was getting backed up. Because I remember you hit me up and you were just like, yo, there's like nothing tonight. I can't book anything.
Brazology, it's really cool. First time that's been said.
Bro, have you seen his car? It doesn't even have a hood. The cooling on that thing is amazing.
Yeah.
We don't even fight in person anymore. My lawyer is gonna attack your lawyer, Kurt.
Oh man, I saw Brizology
Brisley?
posted Brisley. That's what I like to call him, Brisley. Brizology posted he put some screenshots of like this girl he was talking to, and I guess he like mentioned Hex and whatever, and she's like, you're not a millionaire. She's like, why do you have roommates? Like, why do you have a car with no hood? Like, she's like, you're a liar. And so Brizology's just trolling her. He's like, yeah, you're right. He's like, I'm poor. It's like, I'm sorry. She's like, a millionaire would never live like that. Like, why do you live like you're poor? It's like, little does she know.
There's a lot of hexes just took a sip right now. They're drinking. Like,
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
like, okay.
Somebody I was talking to recently that they're actually very likely to buy Hex. By the way, they got some serious money they can drop.
Nice.
They were just like, yeah, like you're still like, he's like, why are you still living in that apartment of yours? Like, it's time
It's
time to.
it's the
I
mindset of
can't-
people
yeah.
that just don't have money or just not familiar. Just don't.
Yeah.
Man, it drives me nuts.
See, I don't mind. Like, my apartment's great, other than the lighting. Like, it meets. I'm close to the beach. Like, I can go
lay
to a
down
beach
here.
cruiser. I can lay down.
I can get tacos a
Yeah.
couple blocks away. I can go
Yeah.
to the beach a couple blocks away. Like
Fish tacos.
fish tacos, bro.
Yes.
It's all about the fish tacos.
Moist.
Very moist. It has a
Moist.
double meaning if you guys haven't figured it out. Fish tacos are great.
By fish tacos, he means the whorehouse.
I heard RG3 used to work there.
Dude, we still have a bounty out on trying to find out that fucking porno he was on.
I feel like he just like showed up one day as like the pizza delivery guy. It's like, hey man, we need someone to fill in. It's like that Steven Seagal movie where he's just in the background. I watched like the full length clip of him, and it's funny because like there's a massive like bar scene. I was like, oh, I wonder if RG3 is gonna get fucked up in it. And now like he was always just in the background, just watching, just glaring at Seagal. That's great. Seagal fucked up the entire bar. I was just like, oh shit, is RG3 gonna get like hit with a pool cue or like a cue ball or just like throat chopped? But it's like no, he just sat there and just glared at Seagal the whole time.
Nice. I want to go gamble. Wow. I don't know why.
I like broke even in Vegas. I didn't do anything too crazy. What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, nothing, bro. Nothing. But what's it called? Yeah, I really did want to make it out there and stuff. But hey, man, we'll set some stuff up. I am setting up a huge meetup for all the guys in the crypto mindset course. After the course is done, I'm just trying to set up kind of like look. I'm gonna just do a giant poll and see where everyone's located and see what's like the best location for everybody.
Have you decided if you're gonna try to come out to Puerto Rico with us?
Yeah, well, dude, it's already yes, duh.
Okay. All
Like,
right.
damn, Jennifer, fuck.
Well, I mean, before you were gonna go much later in the year, so I'm just
Making
sure.
Well, I don't want to say the whole plans and stuff, but yeah,
No, don't
Yeah,
give
yeah.
dates or anything like that. Although I guess I kind of narrowed it down. You guys
Yeah,
didn't
narrowed it
hear.
down quite
You
a
guys
lot.
didn't hear anything.
at
God
all.
damn it! God damn it! Stay away from Puerto Rico, you assholes.
You know, there's some people there's a lot of like this is just in general. So once you finally get some more time to like actually be at home or don't have to work as much overtime and stuff, and you can focus on more projects that you want to, you've got to kind of figure out your kind of your psychology in terms of whether you're more of a person that like, because some people have a terrible home life where like they live near their parents or they live near something and they're better off getting the fuck away from their family, or some people like psychologically need to be closer to their family. Like some people think they can handle it, and like you have to figure out where you are on that spectrum, basically.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, or kind of work on yourself, you know. But as a dude saying it, not a chick, because don't believe when a chick says you need to work on yourself, because that's a bunch of horseshit.
You know what? I like Bits Effin question because I kind of talked about this on the last stream with Wave 3 TV. I don't know if you're gonna find it. It's up a little ways. But it was just like, how do you guys find motivation to stay current up with the news with other cryptos when Hex keeps growing more? This is a serious question, not trying to be condescending. And it's funny too, right? Because like I'm definitely more Hex maximalist along with brand than like say dollar cost or Wave 3 TV, and it's just different, right? Like so dollar cost has to stay very current just based on the course that he gives you guys. He's got to know what's coming up. Like it's funny too, right? Because like and I was talking about this earlier, like it becomes more and more of the bare minimum. It's like, okay, stay a little bit up on layer 2, optimism. Okay, what new coins, what new blockchains, what's pumping, what's doing well? Are we entering a bull trap, bull market, what have you? But it's like, it really is the bare minimum at this point, because I find I've made so much more money just being laser focused in on this one asset, because I know the asset that I'm in is going to be the #1 crypto. Like, you're right, it's hard as shit to focus my time in anywhere else, because just like with all the knowledge of I know what's coming up with Pulse Chain and the announcement of the test net and the actual launch of Pulse Chain and Pulse and all that stuff. Like I can just make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars over the next couple of months, just focusing exactly in on that. And so what I can do to leverage that is have friends like Dollar Cost and Wave 3 TV, where Wave 3 TV is checking out all the new chains and Dollar Cost is digging into the weeds and dark alleys of the crypto underworld. Like if you're lacking in some area, find friends, find colleagues, people that can fill those gaps for you. It's just like anything in business. If you're not good with financing, you're that bigger picture kind of guy who's creative and comes up with new ways to make money or marketing. Like cool, and then find a good guy that's a good pairing to you. Like when it comes to accounting and numbers and all that stuff. Like you have to find someone that pairs well with you, so you don't. No one can focus 100% on like one thing or multiple things. Yeah. You need to be able to find what your strengths are and stick to them and maximize your gains, and then everyone works together better as a team as opposed to being an individual.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I totally agree. I do the same thing, and that's why it's always cool to come here and kind of hear like the latest stuff that's going on all around crypto, because it's still relevant. But like Motley mentions, there's just so much, man. Like anymore, there's so many articles daily, and so it's nice for you guys to do the work and then be able to hear about it.
I mean, you can lean on someone like Dollar Cost. Like, I mean, he's developed an entire course to give you a breakdown from A to Z. So like, I'm very fortunate enough to be able to lean on him for the newest updates and stuff that I'm not actively looking for. And then like I can brush him up real quick on stuff like he has to neglect some stuff in Hex, and like during the Pulse Chain sacrifice phase, I give him a quick breakdown on some key stuff that he might have missed that had changed over the past week or two. So it's just a give and take, right? Like you can fill in each other's holes.
God damn it!
God damn it! The moment I said it, I was like, shit. Guys, it's all about filling in your boys.
Oh shit, man.
Fuck. All right, end the stream. Oh, that one hurt. It was like instant regret.
Nice.
It's all about filling in those holes, boys. Clip it. Damn it.
You know what, Molly? That's gonna be my first clip on the channel.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Actually, I'm gonna put inspirational music and like it's just the first
It's all about filling in them holes.
Oh, damn.
Jeez.
Lots of good moments on this show, man.
You guys get the idea.
Yeah.
Totally.
Perverts.
Super Hex. I know why Hex left. Coffee left now.
We talk about coffees in the middle of filling in holes right now.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Stefan. Let's see. Thanks for that answer. I'm really curious to Wave 3 DC's opinion too on their side. No, that's kind of it's a whole sort of thing. Yeah. So I concentrate on the weeds and just kind of seeing what's the new up and coming things essentially, and see if they're worth their damn or they're kind of sketch out and stuff. And just basically, I'm looking out for like road bumps so you guys don't get rugged. That's really what I'm looking out for. And then we have people that are more highly concentrated on some other things, and we just kind of inform each other, and then and just pretty much make decisions like that. Basically, keep each other all in the loop and stuff. And that's kind of the band of brothers we built. In terms of like I mean, for me, this is just a fear and stuff, but it's just like I mean, I could have just done nothing but Hex and like that's gonna be fine, like totally fine, totally okay. But
very good.
Yeah, no, very good. Yeah, but it's a sort of thing too. It's like I also, and this is my mentality here. Like if I did imagine I just there's something inside of me that just feels pretty good, like that, to know that even if Hex didn't exist, I'd be fucking killing it right now anyway, regardless.
Something inside of you, bro.
Yeah.
Something deep inside of me, very moist.
There's something deep inside of you.
Yeah, but no, and I don't mean,
Filling that hole
that as,
inside.
I truly don't mean that as like shitting on Hex, or even without Celsius or Hex and stuff. I mean, like that's the sort of thing where like it's like I test myself to make sure that I like no matter what happens, like I'm gonna fucking kill it no matter what.
That's cool,
No
man.
matter what, regardless or not. If I didn't have Celsius or Hex and shit, I'd still be fucking killing it regardless. So that's sort of the thing. But I just like knowing that I'm staying sharp and stuff, because like I don't like being complacent on stuff and everything like that. But not that Hex is complacent or anything, because it's always changing in all the pulse chain stuff. I mean, it's about to get very interesting in a few months with the whole Hex ecosystem. I'm gonna call it the Hex ecosystem. Fuck calling it the pulse ecosystem. Hex ecosystem, and yeah.
And I mean, at different times, like those strategies are gonna pay dividends. Like Hex, it'll eventually be an S curve, right? Like, and it might be years and years and years down our time. But I mean, you're still probably gonna have an insane APY. You just won't have, just like Bitcoin, you'll eventually gain enough economic mass where it's just like, yeah, you can get in, you'll get crazy yield, but you might not get that crazy appreciation. After we hit our 6 million plus X, then we'll worry about it. But it's just hard. Like, I was just very fortunate, right? Because fortunate. I mean, I saw the writing on the walls, and I mean, you still don't know, right? You still don't, even if you do have the best product, you don't know if it's going to be successful or not. And luckily, we just happen to attract an amazing community and a great founder and the best product that there is. And when you have that, and like you're willing to go balls deep and fill those holes, it works out. I mean, it was the best asset of 2020, and it's already starting to secure its position for the best asset of 2021. So, like, I mean,
Dude,
at the end of the day, all that speculating and digging around in other places, yes, it gives you that safety net, but it also pays huge when you actually find the right asset. When you find the new Bitcoin, it's just ahead of its time, and people just don't realize it yet.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, the people generally, how they even got to something like Hex or whatever hit they had this market cycle, like if it was Celsius, they found that because they were exploring and looking for opportunity. So
Totally.
what you have to realize in crypto is there's always going to be opportunity in crypto. There are going to be other plays in the market that do very well in upcoming market cycles. So that, it goes back to how I even ended up in this community. I was exploring. I was looking at opportunities in the market, and the asymmetry I saw back in April, May, June of 2020 was so lopsided that to me it was a really good pick for this market cycle, and that has proven to be extremely true. Like looking back at everything that's brought everybody up until this point. So, and the other edge is people that understand this market well. So, as DC looks into new protocols that are coming up in the market, that's going to lead to opportunity, even on Pulse Chain. There's a huge edge. To just be very frank on it, there's a huge edge we have going into Pulse, understanding the market and all these other money markets that exist across DeFi, because there's a lot of money markets. Hex is it's store of value, CD, pays you interest, super secure yields, very good use case there. And then other people that enter the market are going to be accessing all kinds of money markets through DeFi, much like we see in the real world. So it's going to be, once we actually have Pulse Chain over 6 to 12 months, there are going to be opportunities. But I'll tell you now that the reference point is going to be Hex. I guess at the time we'll call it eHex. That'll be referred to as eHex, pHex as Hex, and then Pulse tokens are going to be the reference points in terms of value stores, especially just Hex and possibly eHex as well. We'll see how the relative ratios perform after Pulse launches, but regardless, those are the reference points that everybody else is going to be looking at, and I'm personally going to be looking at opportunities to get even more Hex through speculation that's going to come with Pulse Chain later. So
I want all three assets.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Yep. Well, Motley, when you mentioned talking about Hex topper, Yeah, right, that too. But when you mention like top performing asset of 2020, when I tell people that, like it's just like telling people that we're early. Like sometimes people still don't understand, so you have to say it like a million times, and then they might finally understand. But we're almost there, like you mentioned, to 2021. And so how badass is that to be like, hey, we're top performing asset of 2020, 2021? Like eventually people will kind of get the trend, at least when it comes to its store of value and things like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it just makes it an easier sales pitch. When you have the best product to go along with the best community, with the best founder, it's just like Kareem says this all the time. It's an easy sale. Like you can be a great salesman. And you can sell shit, but you have to have good sales skills, and then you might have to give up some of your integrity along the way. And fortunate enough to have Hex with the best of everything. So like, there's no integrity given up. There's no having to falsify information. It's the best in every category. So it's an easy sell when it comes to onboarding people. Like at this point, there's pretty much no one I can't onboard into Hex. There right now, like my holy grail is just to get Plan C to finally push the buy button.
Right.
After that, it's a wrap.
Well, you're right. I mean, there's for people that don't know, there's hex.com/scam, and Richard has a like rebuttals list of maybe some of the things that people might see when they Google Hex, and it answers all those questions. And like he says, there's just so many positive things that are easy to point to. The mechanics that really kind of solidify, like, oh, this isn't risky. Like this is legitimate. It's a product, right? It's like the first product aside from Uniswap and stuff like that. So it's cool to see we're making significant changes in the crypto market itself, and being able to not trust men, but like the code. So
why does it gotta be men, Bram? What about women?
Men and women, shit. I guess whatever you want, whoever has the power,
Whatever you want.
The president, anyways.
These hoes ain't loyal, no they ain't.
As long as they don't know anything about crypto, you're good.
That is the. If there's one thing you write down,
if it's the ones that know about crypto, that's where you need to be careful.
don't ever date a girl that knows crypto. It's oh my god,
that's how you get drained.
Disastrous.
Yeah,
That is dangerous shit. That is more dangerous
Right,
than anything. I'd rather walk a minefield.
Exactly.
It's about to that point.
Now they might off you, man. Shit. Try and get that money. Nope.
I'm just reading through the comments.
Shout out Hex ladies.
Yeah, right. Love you, girls. Oops. It's all right. They don't watch.
I don't need my t-shirts. I got my own.
They already bought that shit. Yeah. They're just chilling. They don't watch our streams.
I'm trying to get drained.
Hey man, to each their own.
Oh fuck.
As long as it's not your Hex bags, you're good.
Exactly.
Too many innuendos this stream for sure.
Too many holes.
Yeah, Yash Deep probably goes the deepest for sure.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Shia LaBeouf right now.
LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. We're talking about holes right now.
Oh, nice. That's actually underrated movie.
Oh, dude, that was like my favorite movie growing up, man. My brother and I.
All right, let's not go too
not.
far. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
it's like
I
slightly
like random
underrated
stuff,
movie.
you know.
Brand's like best movie of all time.
I was a boring kid, man. I didn't watch any movies when I watched that.
Yo, what is that? A movie about making holes? Favorite movie.
There is a movie called Holes.
Yeah.
My favorite movie was Titanic because I know about these iceberg orders.
To this day, I've still not watched Titanic.
Yeah, skip
only watched the boob
first,
scene.
skip half of the movie. Just half the movie start there, basically. There's like some sappy love crap that's pretty ridiculous.
Gay.
So just go to the last 20 minutes where the ship is
Do it
sinking.
Just go to the part where she kicks him off the door and he just drowns. Like,
Wish she could have saved him.
that's like, wait, there's not room on here for. So what was the issue? Was there not room for both of them on a fucking like floating
Basically.
piece of debris?
It's basically saying if if he had
She
tried
was
to get
too
on
fat.
Yes.
Was that
And,
the
like-
problem? She ate too much that at dinner that night. It's like, babe, you're gonna have to let go. You otherwise this piece of debris is gonna sink. Unfortunate.
And you know the fucked up thing about the whole movie at the end? I don't care. Spoiler alert. Like this.
How old is
Damn
this
team
movie?
right
Like
now.
2 decades
Yeah,
now. Spoiler alert, guys! Gotta ruin the end of Titanic for you.
You know
The
what
boat
fucked up
sinks.
thing is, like, the movie is just so this is a red pill shit right here, but the giant movie is just it's an alpha widow story, right? It's what an alpha widow is. It's a chick that essentially like never gets over like a past dude because it's like the best dude she's ever been with, and like no dude can compare basically. So you're always like second class citizen in her brain basically. So Rose ends up fucking remarrying. She's fucking got impregnated by Jack, has Jack's kid, didn't tell the dude she got with.
Ooh.
Yeah, yes.
Oof.
Look, yes.
Damn.
Look.
Damn.
So Rose fucking kept
Fucking
instead of
Rose.
like kept the fucking hope diamond that she had for all this time and didn't help her family or anything just by with that giant hope diamond that she had. She carried fucking Jack's child and stuff into a fucking marriage and stuff. Then it's just a bunch of fuckery, and then all she does is jack off and like think about Jack all the time instead of fucking like her husband.
What?
She looks at
This
all
is
her
the
fucking-
this is in the movie?
Yeah, I had no idea.
bro.
Glad I didn't
Gotta
watch.
watch this now. Fucking Rose over there, get it.
No, it's you know, I'm just saying because you watch the movie and you like it, dude. It's a cool movie. It's like it really is. It's like I'm the king of the world and all this jazz, right? But if you just really look at it and stand back, I'm like, this bitch has not gotten over it. She spent more time with her husband than she did Jack with. Like Jack's always had my heart, and then she throws the whole diamond into the fucking ocean at the end. Like what the fuck?
I feel like this movie is not gonna play out what I have in my head right now, based on
Dude,
how
same
DC
here, man.
how DC
Yeah.
is describing it. Like I have a very interesting mental image of how this movie ends, and I feel like it's gonna be nothing like it. The DC cut.
No, she did not stay single. No, she remarried.
No, I believe that part. There's some other parts that you mentioned where it's running through my head right now.
Fuck,
that I
man,
don't think it
it's-
actually takes place.
Yeah, no, it's a movie and it's fake and shit, but like it's a bunch of like that shit is like only females think that shit's romantic, man.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Like no,
Isn't
no,
that the movie? Yeah.
totally, like I get it being sad like as a chick, right? Like oh, dude, if that was her husband, she knew him for a long time. Yeah, no, I get that. And Jack was just a fucking one-day fling, or basically a boat fling and stuff. There's nothing wrong with him or her thinking about it. Like holy fuck, that's like damn that. Yeah, I really like that. He was. I would have probably married that guy, but you know he died. You know that's just horrible. But like she literally was more in love with the dude that died than fucking like her own husband. That's fucked.
Yeah, that guy got screwed over. Isn't that the movie where there's like that the painting scene, right? Like you see the titties and stuff like that. Because I remember as a kid being like, "This is it." It was in like VHS, and like that's the only scene I saw. Right? Wasn't that?
Brand's just rewinding that shit over and over again.
Right here, yeah, right
Yeah,
here.
dude, totally.
She was an alpha widow, and she's married to the beta. Yeah, if you guys ever want to know about this shit, watch something called Alpha Widow by Rollo. Fucking full loop back to the beginning of the stream. Rollo
circle.
Tomasi has this great thing on alpha widows. Look that shit up. If you guys don't know what the red look into that shit and just drink. You need to take. If this is the red pill, you need to drink that shit because you guys need Jesus. You guys are getting rich right now, and you guys don't want to get rug pulled.
We need Litecoin Moses to show us the way.
I'm showing you guys the way. I took the red pill a long time ago.
I'm pretty sure I was born with it.
No, I mean, well, there's. We don't have to get into it and stuff, but it's just usually you find out about it like you get red pilled pretty quickly in the military. Like a lot of military, like actually military people are typically a lot of red pill dudes and a fucking ton of blue pill chumps, tons of blue pill chumps. Like you know what the number one red pilling thing in the military is, and which is she's taking cock right now, right? When you're
Yep, dude, totally,
lot.
man. Yep.
that right there, that pain is what makes guys look like why? Like you see that video, it's like, man, I have a job, I'm in the military, man, I'm doing something in my life, and she's fucking with this bum, man, what the fuck?
No, you know what's even crazier in the Navy too, because like I was on a carrier, so that's like 5,000 people, and so you got your select girls that like get around everywhere on the ship, and I mean everywhere. And I read this one girl. Not only was she well known across our entire ship of 5,000 people. The carrier next to us with another 5,000
Yeah.
people knew her very well. Bro, I mean, next level. Like this chick was a dude for sure. Like the same
yeah.
mentality of just fucking. She was going through everything.
Oh my god! So that's the background. Holy shit!
Yeah, I remember seeing that movie. Yeah.
No. I think he's talking about the. Oh no! He's talking about the.
No,
actual
there's a movie called
actual-
Jarhead. Yeah, because I saw the movie
yeah,
at the
yeah.
scene. Yeah. But you're definitely right. I mean, most people wake up to that a little bit later, or like after getting cheated on and stuff like that. You know.
You can trust a girl as far as you can throw her.
And I've got a bad back.
Even blown out, Bobby.
Hey man, hopefully the VA compensates me.
Bro, this stream has been fucking gold, dude. This is just gold.
Yeah, we
This
just
whole
had to wait
stream.
for coffee to leave. Keeping it too serious, coffee. Jeez.
Oh. Yeah, nurses and stuff. Shout out to Wendy's, bro. Like Wendy's was like telling us all the stories about him, like just being a male nurse, bro. Out here slaying.
That's what I was gonna do before I joined the military.
Yeah.
The girl-to-guy ratio is just too good to pass up, and decent pay, and people. You're always gonna have a job in the medical industry. Like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I know. Funding Jim did the same thing, and he similar to Tennies, he had mentioned similar experiences.
No,
so.
it's different because he did it in the Navy, in the military.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that part. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's completely
cool.
different. I mean, he went to cardiology in the civilian sector afterwards, but
that's what he was talking about. Was like I think the after the military that he said that there was all sorts of opportunity with the ladies there.
yes, the medical
anyways.
field is heavily laden with women, which is great.
Yep. Definitely. This is an interesting question, Motley. This one's right up your alley, bro.
Yeesh, making me want to join the forces. Kind of feel like it's too late being 19. This crypto thing going on. Do you think the experience would be good? Salute to all the soldiers. I mean, there's a lot.
Can I say one thing before you say something?
Yeah, go ahead, because I can
Bro,
analyze.
it's not a 24-hour fuck fest. Now continue.
Yeah, no. So like, there's so much shit to unpack there, right? Like, so what branch are you trying to join? What are you trying to do it for? What are you trying to leverage with the military? Like, what are you trying to seek out? Like for me, biggest thing was like I was fucking partying, drinking, getting myself into fucking debt. I was just being a fuckboy in college and like had no path, was procrastinating, and like I just needed to change a pace at some point, and like I just kind of woke up to that realization at some point. And so I was like, fuck, the military gives me the option to wipe away all that stupid fucking student loans, get me organized on the straight path. Like I needed that. And for me, like I was always for me personally, I was either going to choose Air Force or Navy because I wanted skills and traits that I could take and certificates and top secret clearances and stuff like that I could use in the civilian sector and carry it over to a high paying job. So for me, it was going to be Air Force or Navy, and then Navy I just chose because I wanted to travel and see the world as well. It just depends what you're trying to do out of it. You're young; it's a good time to do it. You could do a 4 to 6 year tour, and you can get all kinds of stuff, man. You can get your healthcare taken care of. You can get your education taken care of. You can get paid okay. But there's other stuff you can leverage. Like I leveraged real estate while I was in the military, so for the rest of your life, you'll be able to use like the VA loan where you can buy property with zero money down, low interest rates. You can buy up to a 4-unit building. So I always bought multi-unit buildings, and every 2 years I would buy a new one. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. It's just, what do you want to do? But man, it's weird. I hated the Navy and I love the Navy. A lot of cool stuff, bro. The shit I did in port. I mean, DC says it's not a fuck fest, but man, in the Navy, like when you pull into port, it's just debauchery everywhere. It's a fuck fest. it's a fuck fest. The Navy is known for its drugs. If you do join the military, be careful. If you can make it, like say in the Navy, if you could go to a port call and you can make it back without ending up in that country's jail or getting caught doing some illegal shit, you did good, because port trips for us were absolutely insane. So like I was stationed in Japan. I had an amazing time living in Japan for a year, and then Guam, Philippines, Australia. We got to go around South America, so I got to go to Peru, Chile, South America. Like that was a shit show. It was a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it just gives you a new perspective on the world, right? It gets you out of your backyard. People that stay in the States or wherever they are for their entire life, like they just don't have a good perspective on how the world works as a whole.
Sweet home Alabama.
Yeah, don't stay in Alabama your whole life.
Fucking Chris. I'm married with 2 kids. I might just join.
Hey, Navy will take you up to 39. I don't know about the other branch.
39?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
39.
Whoa.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, I guess you can still do your 20 years, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
They'll probably reduce it just because with Democratic administration, they usually try to reduce the military force. So that number might change, but when I left recruiting, it was 39.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yes. Man, when you see people like that old joining, it's just like, damn. Like, you sure? Like I'm like, you sure you want to do this?
I'm a recruiter, and I do deal with.
Yeah, it's like, I was like, but sometimes it is the right decision for them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 35 and you're trying to join, like, there's a very good reason. I'd be like, all right, I understand. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of its stuff is like they could have multiple kids, and like it's come to a point like in this country now where like you need healthcare will like destroy you if you don't have like a good paying job. So a lot of these people will come and do it as like a reservist just to get cheap healthcare now. So it's a lot.
I think right now it's a T-shirt day. Will keep fucking death away.
Yeah, a T-shirt should cover all your medical needs for sure.
Yeah, I think a T-shirt right now is like what, like $1.30 in income. I think, because like each T-shirt generates like what 5.6 hex or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's pretty much right around 6 hex.
Yeah, 6 hex. So let's just call it 6 hex, right? So what is that, like $1.50?
Yep.
No, $1.70.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
$1.50.
yeah, a little over $1.50.
Yeah, $1.50 per T-shirt. Not bad. And that's gonna go up as soon as that's $1. That's $6, $2, 12. It starts adding up, man.
It adds up quick, and it's funny too, right? Because like people buying in today, at first, like it seems like, it's okay. But I mean, that was all us back in the day when T-shares were like 60 cents, and like, and then the T-shares didn't yield you 6 hex back in the day because it's based off the total supply. Yeah. So like we were getting like a couple hex per T-share, and like it was nothing. So like we were getting fractions of what like you guys are earning today. So like just imagine what you're going to be earning in 2 years time, like where the OGs are at today. You guys are going to be in the exact same place.
So is the biggest property you've owned, Motley, been like a fourplex, basically?
Yeah, quadruplex.
Because I have been thinking about getting some real estate eventually, but I don't know. I don't know. It just.
I mean, it's weird, right? Like I'm so ruined by Hex,
right,
and just crypto in general, because like I've been a property manager for multiple properties, and like if you run them right and set them up in the first place well, and you essentially you do significant background checks and you get good tenants and stuff like that, like they do pretty much run themselves, and it's just a nice stream of income. But man, like nothing beats Hex or DeFi or anything like that. It's just you have a stream of income, you have no overhead, you have no maintenance, like you have zero stressor. Man. You have zero stressors. Like it's just a superior asset class. So like when I've liquidated all my real estate now except for the house I'm living in, just because like this is just a better asset. And it's paid dividends every step of the way. Every property I've sold and put it into this, like just massive returns with zero headaches.
Well, like you mentioned, zero overhead too. Like what kind of investment or business does that, like, or has that? Exactly. So the first one in many things, and it's quite lucrative, like you mentioned.
Yeah, it's like I'm basically just thinking about buying property just for family stuff. Basically, other than that, I mean, like, but it's like I always do like having assets. It's just good to have assets, regardless or not. But still, like it does. I'm just gonna say this in the way I would say it. Like, this just seems fucking retarded to me. Basically, like, it doesn't even make sense. There's like, oh, get a 6 cap, Miguel, or get an 8 cap or a 12 cap. Oh yeah, right. Like, bro, like, I wipe my ass for 20% a year. Like,
And 20% is great if you can get it. Like, yeah, it's nuts, man. Like, it's just an inferior asset class to me at this point, and it's just there's so much money and opportunity out here to be made. Just tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, billions of dollars to be made in this industry. The more knowledge and the more you dive deeper into this stuff, like, it's the amount of wealth you can accumulate. You can accumulate 100 times your what you would have generated your life just going just traditional job, maybe a little bit of investing here and there. You can do 100x on what you would have earned your entire lifetime in a matter of a year or two. Like, it's just you can't do it anywhere else.
it ruins you, dude. I mean, it ruins you. Like,
Look
going
at all
back
the boomers. Look at the boomers that we even have in our community. Like, they've lived a lot longer lives than us, and a lot of them are very broken from what they had to endure just to scrape enough to get by. It's insane. It's only getting worse.
Like,
It is only getting worse, man.
Every time someone comes to me with, like, I have good friends of mine who've got, like, great business. I mean, they've run $1 million businesses before and stuff like that.
Yep.
And, you know, they're coming to me sometimes with business ideas, and I shake a little bit inside. I'm like, oh fuck, running another one of those, like, oh fuck, you know, it's
if it's not crypto evolved, like those are those kind of projects and businesses, like, those are the only things that even get me, like, out of bed in the morning, right? Because, like, if you're trying to do traditional business or, like, boomer business, like, fuck that shit, dude. Like, that is like pennies.
Yep.
Like, I'm gonna break my back to, like you said, make a 20% return or 30% return. Like, man, if you can ever double your money in pretty much any other asset class, like, it's a huge windfall. Like, it's nuts. But, like, in crypto, it's just like, it's just another day at the office. Like, oh, I 2x today, cool, and then you're moving on to the next thing. And it's just, unless it's involved in crypto, like, it just doesn't even grab my interest anymore. And I used to fucking love real estate, loved it with a passion, and now it's just like, you could barely get me out of bed for even a good deal on real estate. Like, if you had a good deal, I'm like, I was like, I could put capital on this, but, like, why? Because tomorrow I could see a 2x. Like, I'm good. It's just, I'll do it to diversify a little bit. I mean, moving forward, my main real estate strategy is just essentially leverage it to buy my citizenship in a lot of countries, because a lot of countries require you to buy, or a way to gain citizenship is to buy property or invest in property in their countries. So I pretty much plan on doing that, and I'll live in multiple places throughout the year, and rent it out Airbnb style, what have you. And that'll be essentially my real estate moving forward. It's just portfolio will just be in different countries, essentially earning myself different citizenships and visas across the world. Like, outside of that, it'll still predominantly be crypto.
vacation houses. I know, and that sounds so, like, fucking bougie to even say that, but, like, literally, it's true. Like,
Yep.
Like, you're just gonna get cool properties everywhere. Still, I'd still, regardless of how I feel about it, I'd probably still get a couple investment property, like big investment, like some serious, like maybe a couple, more than 4 properties, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, but I would just put it as, like, so, like, we're started up like a business, like, with mainly crypto assets, but I mean, you could also start diversifying some of the profits into commercial properties or what have you, and it's just more assets for the business. But it's just tough. It's just tough. Nothing competes. Like, freaking Wave 3 TV talks about stocks and all that stuff every time, and he's found a lot of good gems. But, like, I always think about, like, putting a little bit into it, and then it's just like I can't ever pull the trigger anymore, because it's just like, nope, because I know where the money's to be made, and if I don't have money in that system anymore, like, why would I pull out of a superior asset to put it in an inferior asset? Like, I can't do it.
I would never live in El Salvador. Nah, pass. Hard
No.
pass. Hard
I'm
pass.
I can visit, but definitely not staying.
No, I know too many people that went through all the shit that went down.
There's some
over there.
shit.
Fuck
There's
that.
some shit in El Salvador.
Dangerous, man.
No, man. I'm cool.
It's
Great. How do I get reputable help direction entry points taking travel up based on current levels? Wait, what? Wait, let me see. How do I get reliable help direction and entry point I mean, you can join the crypto mindset course. Crypto Coffee also has a course on the basics of Hex as well. I don't have the link. Do you guys have the link?
Hexpassiveincome.com.
Yeah, as well. But you can always go to. Actually, no, I don't think I'll be taking any more consults until like late September. I'm pretty much all booked out now. Yeah, it just basically we'll go watch the content from these three guys right here on the stream, like great Hex content. And definitely, like one good strategy is probably maybe if you can try to do a T-share a year. Just go from year 15 and go backwards basically, and go and do something like that. But as well as keeping some of your Hex liquid as well, because you always want to be able to grab some of that fiat. As dirty as it is, at some point. Yep.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're not going to listen to people like yourself or Crypto Coffee or someone that's got that course, then you got to do the research yourself. And nothing, I don't know, especially if you have those questions, it's either done through your own research, which obviously it's not overnight, or following these guys that can kind of help answer those questions more specifically and, kind of cut out the research. Or it can reduce the amount of time of the research that you spend.
Yeah, man. The more knowledgeable you get in this stuff, just the smarter decisions you're going to make and the more money you're going to make.
Basically, yeah. What percentage of Hex would you keep liquid? I'm a humble pleb with pleb tendencies to invest. If you feel like you're kind of paper-handed and stuff, I would 40% liquid, probably 60% staked, something like that. Just enough so because once Hex 2x's or so, you'll be like, oh well, got my USD value back, nice, and that's a nice little security blanket. So you don't do something just like dumb, basically.
I mean, it just depends what the problem is. It just depends what your situation is. Everyone's unique in their thing. It's like, do you need the money? Do you not need the money? Is this just investment money? What are you looking for yield? Are you trying to make a play with Pulse Chain coming up and the duplication? And are you trying to arbitrage in between where you need liquid bags? But I mean, for the most part, if you're not staking Hex, like Hex is a store of value that earns you yield. Not only does it earn you yield, it's trustless. You don't have to worry about a third party. And it's some of the highest yield that we see in crypto. So at the end of the day, if you have alternatives with like how you want to allocate your portion, I mean, if you're not staking Hex, you're losing out to 90% of what Hex is. Like it's a superior store of value that earns you trustless yield. So it's an opportunity cost. The more you keep of your liquid bag, the more you're losing out, because the name of the game is it's not really people get this confused because it's not like other cryptos. They're like, oh, how much do I have of this crypto? How much Hex do I have? It's not about Hex. It really isn't. And you can ask the OGs. They care about their T-shares. They don't give a fuck about how much Hex they have. It's how many T-shares they have, because it returns insane yields at this point. And it'll just be like you, if you're somewhat more new to the space, 2 years down the road, it'll be the same thing. Oh, you were able to acquire 100 T-shares, 500 T-shares. You had a shit ton of money. You were able to acquire 1,000 T-shares, or you leveraged your time. Like that's what's going to generate you amazing returns. And it's going to keep those paper hands, and it's going to turn them into diamond hands. Most people don't have diamond hands. You can look at the history of Bitcoin. How many Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires are they? There's very few. There's 2,000 wallets that hold 50% of it. And it's because they're never going to realize 6 million X gains unless the actual crypto asset encodes a feature where it keeps you locked away from your gains and you're actually able to realize them. So if Hex is destined to replace Bitcoin, why would you not lock it away from yourself and save those gains for your future self? Because you'll never realize that full 6 million X. You will sell along the way. It's inevitable. I don't care how much of a hexagon or diamond handed you say you are, because like you'll sell a good portion of it at some point, because 6 million X return is just absolutely insane. Now there is a little give and take with that, because Hex does give you the ability to earn yield, but that yield gets reduced over time because T-shares become more and more expensive as time goes on. So eventually you will get weeded out of the system, even just selling off your interests. Like you're never going to get back the same amount of T-shares. It's a very interesting system that's just never existed before. It's truly in a class of its own.
You're definitely right about the T-share system itself, because like you mentioned,
Sorry. I
What-
just saw somebody in the chat. Like I thought
what
motherfucker
did
was fucker was MIA as fuck.
Yeah, man.
Yo, what's up,
MIA
boys?
with you, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn. Go ahead, Brent. Sorry.
Sorry, Brent.
Oh yeah, I was kind of blanking on what I was gonna say, but yeah, the T-shirt itself is the system, right? The mechanism that everyone wants, like supply and demand, right? Everyone wants yield, especially if you can do so trustlessly with no rug pull. And then the cost of Hex for those T-shares that we're trying to recoup, it only goes up more. So like Motley mentions, it's kind of like a battle of like not necessarily, at least some people, not necessarily focusing on the Hex, but like keeping those T-shares for as long as you can. And you can do that by like you can 3x your T-shares by staking longer up to the max, and it's just a really good game mechanic for like store value, and then the price just going up super high because the actual amount on supply is lower. It seems every day by people locking it up. So Botley's definitely right. It's quite the system.
Thanks, Brent. I like being right.
Hell yeah, dude. Shit, man. It's nice being on Team Win. Team Win, baby.
Team win, baby. Team win.
Let's look at some charts.
Oh,
No.
there we go. Yeah.
Do it, man.
No, you
Hell yeah.
fucking addict.
No.
No, just kidding. Show us those beautiful charts. When I was listening to you earlier before I got on stream, it was cool. Like, I didn't realize how many like surfing and like wave analogies you could apply to like charting, and then the way you've like made the charts with like the blue being like the crest of the wave, and then as you start getting into the orange, like the sandy zones, like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I put quite a bit of time into this. So I call these the wave indicators, and the whole point is to use something that's easy to visualize so it's much easier to analyze the moves. So as Motley was suggesting, the orange just refers to I call that caught inside. So like in bear markets, you're just getting crushed for a long period of time.
Just
then
dumped over and over again over your
Yeah.
head. Just
over
get
and
tossed.
over again. Yeah, there's a lot of analogies that apply to surfers in the water where they get caught, and then there's different things that can happen when they're in that situation. So if we're even looking at the Bitcoin price chart, it did break out of this zone recently. So things are looking better there on some of the lower time frames, and then on the weekly time frame, it's got to retest this ribbon, that being the 20-week moving average. And then basically why do you care about any of this stuff for let's say something like Hex or any other coin you're looking at? Well, the entire market as a whole, although Hex does have its own market, which is very unique. The bull market phases generally move in tandem with each other, and we're going to see for the first time in the next real bear market, there's I think a lot of merit to speculating even early on that Hex could actually outperform the vast majority of the coins due to the lockups and just having its own liquidity pool. So it has this nice isolation that's separate from what we normally see in the markets. And then the general market trend just gives you good insight basically as to where we are in the bull cycle so far. But if you look at the weekly chart for Hex, for example, using that wave analogy, you can see there's really not too many periods where the price was caught inside. There's almost no orange on the chart. So the Hex price chart, and let's go to Bitcoin. You can see multiple instances during the market cycle for Bitcoin where it was caught inside for a substantial amount of time, where there was some rather big drawdowns. Even the one over the summer we've had so far, this was a pretty substantial drawdown, where you can see where the price basically got pushed into the sand over and over again for a period of 3 to 4 months before finally breaking back above that 20-week moving average. But in the case for the Hex price chart, you could see it's basically been almost a wave for the entirety of its lifespan so far. There was this first major big move, of course, and then since big payday and the aftermath of that entire event, it's in a giant tsunami right now. This trend is still going. It's very strong. You could see even when the price hit levels of 3.5 cents and higher, this has just a retest. It hasn't even tested the 20-week moving average because of how strong the uptrend is. You can see there's some price wicks, but it's bouncing back above onto the higher end moving averages, and that's why I have to bump up my price targets for this thing within the next basically 2 to 3 years. I would say if you're analyzing the Hex price chart, your reference point after the big payday, like if you just put a vertical line here, what's taking place now has been a tsunami wave. This is the wave 3 that's going on right now since November of 2020 has been in a wave 3 so far. It's still in the same macro uptrend. It's still a tsunami wave that's pushing higher price levels, still entering higher levels of price discovery, and the amount of supply that's in the market today, after November of 2020, and then even if you put another milestone around the sacrifice, you have to take into consideration the way the liquid supply is changing over time, and I would say if we even just ignore the sacrifice period itself, we're just in a very different time period now where I almost have to basically do this on the Hex price chart and say as if it started over and it's going back into its first major move, because the supply dynamics were just vastly different at the time. So if anything, it just increases the amount of upside that's possible. And we already see that with the T-shares. Like we talked about the T-shares when it was about 0.1 ETH per T-share. And now it is at 1.3. So the rules of 10x are working very well for both the Hex price chart and the T-shares. And then the T-shares, of course, have that deflationary component to them where they get more rare over time, and they are already separating. You can see it on some of the charts. Gerardo and Wales post, they are separating from the Hex to USD price, and over time that there is going to be it's steadily increasing right now, but at some point the T-shares, they will go parabolic at some point. So these considerations, this is why if you set a staking ladder, you can map out over, let's say, that 15-year time period if you haven't purchased Hex. And then of course with what's going on with Pulse Chain, I've already noticed if you compare across all the ETH DeFi protocols, the two best performers. So Hex is number one by a lot. Just to be very clear on that, this is the number one performing DeFi protocol. And then the second one is Aave, which was previously referred to as ETHLend. And the two similarities that they share is they're building outside, they're expanding outside of Ethereum. So everything that did not, let's say, expand or create, let's say, their own network outside of Ethereum is struggling due to the gas fees. But in the case for the DeFi protocols, Hex is it's positioned very well, in my opinion, with the Pulse chain. And then as a relative reference, if you go to the Aave performance, like Hex has basically exceeded the upside by about a factor of 3 with basically less than, with 100 days less to work with. It's actually more than that, but I'd have to look at the exact number. It is substantial though. So, taking all of this into consideration, this thing can go much higher than what you think is possible. I will tell you that. This is just what happens in crypto when you do have a very good tokenomics with something like Hex specifically. You can see again
the best tokenomics.
Yeah, there hasn't even been a caught inside at all since November. And in fact, even if you use November 2020 as a reference, like I know a lot of people were bitching at this time, but there is not even any orange chart. There's no sand. There's no sand on the price chart. It's basically
That's awesome.
It's practically a wave through its entirety. And if you use the mean mastery line, so they say, you can see it's basically following this trajectory extremely well since its inception. This was such a big move that all it really did was just move down, retest the 20-week moving average, and it dropped for long enough to see any sand basically on the price chart. So, and then you go to the Bitcoin price chart, and you can see there are plenty instances of orange on here. If you go to the ETH price chart, again, you do see instances of orange. ETH has done very well during the bull market. When it was still chopping around during the bear market, it had some hold down periods. It was on inside for a bit there, and then so far, even the recovery on ETH is much better than Bitcoin so far. So it's going to be very interesting because I still, for this market cycle, I still believe Ethereum will dethrone Bitcoin, and then it's, in my opinion, when that happens, it's just going to increase the pace, in my opinion, with what something like Hex, for example, can dethrone Bitcoin later as well. I do think it is going to happen, probably faster than what a lot of us are expecting.
Bro,
So
less than 2 years.
yeah,
Like it could be within about a year from today. Easy.
yeah,
Probably sooner.
right. It absolutely can be in a year. So
Probably
Ethereum, yeah, once Ethereum slays the king, it's going to be, who's going to be the king who's going to be the king slayer, Ethereum or Hex is going to be the first one to.
Hex is lining up the throat
Yeah.
chop Ethereum right now.
Yeah,
No shit.
it is. That actually is. The one thing I will say for Ethereum, because I still believe in the long term, both Hex and ETH are going to perform both very well with a different set of conditions that support their price pumping. So Hex does have it does have the best fundamentals across the board. You already see it on the price charts. But one thing people aren't considering with ETH is when the merge happens. To me, it's at that point, it's just a guarantee it's going to flip Bitcoin, because once the merge happens, the issuance drops to 0.25% from, I think it's around 4 to 5% right now. And it does have brief periods of deflation, but once it does have the merge, it is deflationary. So even the reference point on Ethereum is going to change. And even though the gas fees suck, they are horrendous. They're absolutely awful. And Ethereum sucks ass to use. Like I hate using ETH, but it does have good tokenomics in terms of future price pumping as well. And that remains who will be the first Kingslayer, Hex or Ethereum, because it's likely to be one of those two.
When you say merge, real quick, are you talking about just the ETH 2.0, the proof of stake? Is that what you mean?
Yes. So when they transfer the system state over, the issuance drops dramatically. Like it goes from 3 to 4% or whatever it is right now down to 0.25%, and that's on top of that. That include any of the burning that takes place from EIP 1559. EIP 1559 during a bull market already can make Ethereum deflationary with the higher issuance it has now. Once they roll for stake, it's guaranteed to be deflationary at that point. You're no longer going to see the ether supply running endlessly. You're actually going to see the opposite effect. You're going to see more of a contraction until it hits some kind of steady state level somewhere and then stabilizes. But there's going to be a lot of deflation that takes place on the ETH supply. So the using the network is so terrible. I hate using Ethereum. There's a lot of things I hate on Ethereum, very similar to what Bitcoin was like in 2017. But it does have undeniably, it does have very good tokenomics with the merge, and that is going to happen in 2021. So I would say Supreme stores of value. Hex is already out. It's outpacing the entire market again. Hex is already basically gunning for that supreme store of value. Is going to dethrone Bitcoin, and then when one of them does it, it's gonna be one or the other. At that game, the entire game changes. Everything changes.
Chaos, baby. There's money to be made in chaos.
I mean, I remember me and Wave were talking about like when the T-shirt was going to be equal to an ETH.
Mm-hmm.
That's momentous day, and then we were saying at one point, we were one T-shirt equals a Bitcoin basically, and it's magic. It's magical. Even right now, even if you look at the gains right now on Bitcoin versus ETH, right now ETH is up 8%, Bitcoin's up 4%.
Yeah.
So
Bitcoin sucks.
really, I mean, it's yeah, you're right. It's deflationary technically right now, and when the merge happens, it just gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's bad. It's like it's pretty insane. Like when the
Yeah.
merge. I mean, right now, I think if we kept pace, we're on track to do about if we had a full year, not just half year, but like we're gonna burn like I think like 1.5 million Ethereum to 2 million Ethereum. If we had the full year, it'd be a good 5 to 6 million. Obviously with the bull market continuing and stuff. Am I lagging or is it just?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay,
You're
okay,
fine.
okay.
Oh, is my audio lagging or my?
Your
No,
audio-
your audio's fine.
Nah, Wave 3 TV's audio is lagging a little bit.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a little bit. Everyone else sounds good though.
Yeah, shout out to Hexadecimal in the chat. What's going on, bro? But yeah, it's just wonderful. No, the reason I love it too is because I mean, shit, I root for Bitcoin and ETH to shoot up in price because that helps Hex's cause too as well. It just helps everything because at the end of the day, right, we're just trying to get dollars, right? So people will sell Ethereum to USDC to then buy Hex. So they have more USDC, and that just helps the Hex price out. So I'm just, we're kind of in a win-win situation where like if Bitcoin or ETH dumps, Hex will maintain pretty decently. There still will be an 80% correction somewhere. It just always happens, but that it will be a glorious day for a lot of people that's been waiting. But
I like
don't just wait for it though, you know.
I like Hex 19's comment. It's like, what if Pulse just takes every ETH? Bro, it's funny with like the kind of supply we're talking about with Pulse, and we get like an insane pumpage, or depending on where the price of Pulse starts at, like that would be nuts. I think someone's what was it? Gerard was saying like the Pulse supply could be like 100 trillion or something crazy like that, or even larger.
Well, and it's going to be similar to Hex, right? Where people look at this big ass. What?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. People look at this big ass supply. They're like, oh, it'll never go that high. And then you see that it's got other mechanisms that make that supply.
A lot of that supply is not going to be sold.
Exactly. So that's the part that a lot of people are missing, and that they're usually assuming to happen from other stuff. So it's definitely true, like you mentioned. It could definitely, rather quickly.
What if Pulse just takes? So this is kind of like a interesting strategy moving forward too, because like Pulse has had a lot more adoption. It's simpler to understand. Essentially, it's fork of Ethereum, higher throughput, cheaper fees, world's largest airdrop. So it has all the key marketing components for it. It has Richard Hart. It's backed by the founder who had the best appreciating asset of 2020, currently 2021. People felt like they missed out with Hex, or influencers called it a scam. So like Pulse is their opportunity, right? Like Pulse, gonna get Pulse. Pulse has a massive supply, and like with the amount of eyeballs on it and everything like that, like, and it's not being as gate kept as Hex was, it could pump super fucking hard. And then with the market cap it has, what if Pulse ends up being the first like Bitcoin killer out of nowhere? Like what if Pulse rockets through and just takes out everyone? How epic would that be? Like that would be, it would throw everything into just like chaos. Like I think there'd be a lot of denial at first, but man, it would be wild.
I mean, you're definitely right. When you look at the actual metrics of how long Hex has been around and for how many people are in the Telegram, that's cool. But then Pulse Chain surpassed Hex way quicker, and that Telegram is only like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months old. And so at least the adoption when it comes to the amount of people are a lot more. And like you mentioned with the deflationary and kind of just different aspects of the largest airdrop in the world in history is what I meant to say, then yeah, that's just all price pumpamentals. And why not?
Cool. Yeah. It's amazing. Wait, am I muted?
No, you're good.
No, you're good. We can hear you. Yep.
And then it was and then like Bits FN said earlier too, is like most people that sacrifice for Pulse, like they've already essentially just recouped whatever they sacrificed just via price appreciation in Hex too, which is another amazing thing. And we sacrificed a lot.
Yes, sir.
A lot.
That's the exciting thing, is like I see how much principal and just how much total that I had put into Hex initially, and kind of just in total. And then I think about how much I sacrificed, and I sacrificed so many more multiples into Pulse Chain than I did back in 2019, 2020, and that's the exciting part. It's like, man, if it can do anything, which it can, this is the exciting part. Is man, that's a lot of multiples, so it's pretty cool.
We like our multiples here. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Is my video working now?
Your video.
Yeah, we see you. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I meant, is it lagging at all?
It's hard to tell because you film on a potato, so it looks good.
True.
Someday you'll upgrade the potato.
What if it wasn't just the lag? It was just the potato.
That goddamn potato you film on. You switch out the lens on the potato or something.
That's funny.
Oh man. Let's see. I finally got through all the damn chat. Let's see. Yep.
I don't even know what the chat's talking about. They're talking about DVDs. I'm like, what?
Hex 19 was just saying that the superior technology eventually overtakes. It just takes time from VHS to the transition of DVD to Blu-ray player to shit. Now we don't even have players. Everything's just digitally streamed. And you're seeing stuff like now you're seeing COVID was just essentially just sped up the extinction of movie theaters. Now it's all about streaming services.
Yeah.
So like players aren't even necessary anymore at this point. It's all about just streaming.
Progression.
Definitely. Let's see. You guys want to take this one? How does a T-shirt work?
How does a T-shirt work?
Can I trade it or ...
Sure, Chris. So when you go to stake your T-shares, what you're doing essentially is you're going to the Hex contract, and let's say you want to stake it for 5 years. So you present your Hex to the Hex contract. The contract will physically take that Hex from you and it'll burn it from existence. Those coins do not exist. And in turn, it's going to give you T-shares. Just imagine it's just like shares of a company. It's going to give you T-shares, and you're going to hold on to those T-shares for as long as your stake is. So like say you stake for 5 years, you're going to hold on to those T-shares for 5 years. Every day, those T-shares are what earns you your yield. That earns you your interest. So right now, if you go to go.hex.com, there's a chart that says T-share, Hex per T-share payout, and right now it's like just below 6. It'll fluctuate a little bit depending on emergency and stake penalties, but right now, just say for all intents and purposes, it's 6 Hex per T-share. So every T-share you have for those 5 years, every day you're going to earn that amount of Hex. So let's say it's just one T-share, you're going to earn 6 Hex per day for that T-share, and it's going to go up over time. We won't go into the weeds of it, but essentially T-shares are what earn you your interest. They're your money printers. So you want to have your money printers in the system as many as you can and as long as you can. That's how you earn more yield. And the beautiful thing with T-shares, the price in terms of Hex is always going up. So it's almost always better if you go and look at the Hex T-share price. It's almost always better to get your T-shares earlier, get as many of them as possible, and put them out as far as possible. So you have those money printers in the ecosystem for as long as possible, because 5 years down the road, when you go to get those T-shares again, you're not going to be able to get them for the same price. Like right now, it's like 18,500 Hex for a T-share. You're not going to get that price. It could be 30, 40, 50,000 Hex per T-share to get it again. So like the system is always progressing, and it's always going to make sure that you need to either put more capital or leverage more of your time to get more T-shares. And it's a beautiful part of the system that's just, it takes a while to learn and understand. But you get, I guess what you're saying is, so
you're muted.
Oh, was he talking? So when you get your T-shares, essentially, it's going to be tracked by your wallet that you have a seed phrase to. So when the time comes to end your stake, you go to go.hex.com, or if you're in the Staker app, you go to end your stake. Contract takes those shares back, calculates all the interest you earned over those years, days, months, whatever you staked it for, emergency and stake penalties, and it gives you your principal back, your interest back, and your emergency and stake penalties, and then it mints those coins back into existence. And it gives it all back to you, and then it takes your T-shares back in return and burns them. And then you no longer have your T-shares, and now you have Hex. Wow.
I had to give the
great explanation.
Yeah, I mean, You can continue to go in the weeds with it, but I mean, at the end of the day, T-shares are what earn you your yield, earn you your interest. They're the money printers. Hex is the Federal Reserve. It's loaning you out a money printer for a certain period of time. Eventually, you give it back, and then it returns you those tokens years down the road with interest, with emergency and stake penalties.
Yeah, and make sure you understand emergency and stake penalties. Like, definitely make sure you understand that, because
Just don't do it.
just don't do it. Just
It
don't
makes
do
it easier. Stake to a time that you're willing to commit to. Otherwise, you're just gonna get yourself in trouble. We see it day in, day out, all the time.
That's why I was running multi-year stakes instead of just doing one large stake every couple of years, which I think is a terrible idea.
Yep.
But obviously, don't do a bunch of tiny stakes as well. Kind of group them up. And so some people do it one every 3 months, some every 6 months. Some people do once a year. At the very least, probably one a year. At the least.
Yeah, I agree.
I like one a year, and then like a good way to start with like people that maybe don't have enough money and they're just trying to get in. Like, get them, like you said, always starting at the end is the best. So do a Quattro Cinco stake, which is 5,555 days. And like I always like to do like the 3-tier system, right? The 15-year mark, the 10-year mark, and the 5-year mark. And then you can start filling in your gaps in between that. And if you go out further, you get more T-shares. You get a 20% bonus out to 10 years. So you can essentially decrease your principal that you're staking and still get the same amount of T-shares or even more T-shares, depending on how much principal you decide to stake. So you can have a descending principal ladder. So like you can have more principal up front, and then you can decrease the principal every year you move out by 20%, and you'll get the same amount of T-shares out to 10 years. And then from beyond that point, you've maxed out your bonus shares and you can continue it on. Those T-shares will just stay in the system longer. But I remember Hex Lion way back in the day was talking about the descending principal ladder, where you don't need as much economic mass the further out you move your stakes.
That's the cool part.
Definitely. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get going, you guys.
Cool.
So where's the best place to follow Motley the Investor?
Ironically enough, it is Motley Investor. YouTube. who would have thought?
No way.
Yeah, right. Crazy. YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, main places. You can find me on other stuff. There's just no content there. TikTok, Instagram, all that nonsense. But mainly Twitter, YouTube, Telegram. Big things coming up. Follow me on Twitter. I'm doing hexmerch.com giveaway. Winner will get 3 items, whatever they want in the store, for free. Stay tuned for that. We just gave out the link and discount code for the Hex Shield. So if you're a full-blooded Hexican or you just got into Hex and you love Hex, we got this badass Captain America's shield made with the Hex logo on it. I'll leave a link here in a second. Click on it, order it. It's $400 with the $100 discount code. They're fucking badass. Definitely recommend getting one if you want one. And yeah, we do this show every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern as of now. And yeah, just more cool stuff coming on my channel and YouTube over the next month or so.
And Bally Brand, where can people follow you, sir?
Similar to Motley Investor, I'm pretty much Bally Brand across all social medias. Sunday, I know we do this stream at the weekly basis. Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is the normal stream. This Sunday, I actually have like an interview with another Hexican, Crypto Bobcat, I think. So he's in Russia, so I kind of have to accommodate some of the time zones. So I'll actually be doing it at 12 a.m. Or just, sorry, 12 p.m. I guess PST. But then I might also do my 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time stream as well. So we'll see. But yeah, I stay consistent across that, and thank you.
For sure. Oh, and one last little super chat. Great stream. Motley's explanation was great.
Dude, he's super good at that, man.
Super good.
Very good explanations.
And last but not so least, Wave3 TV. Where can people follow you?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, YouTube, as well as Instagram. Instagram's going to be live, or more in use. It's already live, but I'll be using it more frequently in 2022. And then there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up during Q4. So do check out the streams that I post on the Twitter channel. There's Motley and I are working
Golden chart.
on the golden chart. We're working with an artist. We actually
promise.
talked to him. It is very real, guys. It is
It's
very
actually
real.
the artist has actually been working on it as of today. Like he's already getting rough drafts. We should have a rough draft by, I think he said this weekend.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's coming
nice.
soon.
Yeah, so he's giving us some rough drafts, and it goes back to some of the comments earlier as to why do some of us still follow other things going on in crypto. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, the way that this golden chart gets, the way it appears one day, its legacy will be around forever. So that does go with the knowledge that of things in the market itself, and there's going to be some really cool stuff with the golden chart. It's going to be amazing, so check it out. And then there's a lot of stuff that I'm working on again with the charts that makes it much easier to visualize the macro trends, so that you don't have to guess anymore, so that you can just use some of the tools and then look at it in a way that's very aesthetically pleasing.
They
So
look amazing.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, check all of it out. Check, and then I guess I'll let DC. Go ahead, DC. I'm
Hold on,
done.
real quick, Jonathan. I
Okay.
just went over this. Hexmerch.com, bro. All this stuff. Hexmerch.com. Go check it out.
Hexmerch.com.
Hexmerch.com. I freaking love that domain. So I was just like, dope.
Dude, that's killer, man.
Yeah.
You got a very good domain. It's easy to say, right? It's easy. It's short. It's easy, and a lot of people are like, "Hey, I need merch." Hex merch. Super good brand.
Yeah, I just went to it right now. There's a lot of cool stuff on here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy. I need to get new fucking dude. I have like 3 of the same shirt.
Like
Do you
fucking
need-
superhero.
Yeah, I don't think my lifestyle habits are the only thing I might get. This is still debatable. I might get like a Rolex just to flash it on. Like I don't really care to wear like a watch or whatever. But I know people look at that shit on
Stream.
YouTube,
Yeah.
and then people end up following you if you're wearing
It's a tool.
a watch. So it
just a
has
tool.
utility. It has utility.
Yep.
So
Yes,
say that.
much utility.
A lot of people don't understand that shit. Like something as simple as wearing a Rolex on the stream and talking like this and them seeing it, like it's just another tool. And I remember I talked to Rackham about this. He's one of the largest hex whales in the ecosystem, and we're talking about his fully maxed out Lamborghini Aventador, and so it's just another tool. He's just like, it gains me views, it gains me respect to people when they see me, like, oh, this dude's successful, he's done something right, blah 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 blah, right? It's not even necessarily, yeah, cool, the car is nice, everything, but you can just use it as another tool in your tool belt when it comes to just life in general.
Exactly.
Time to get iced
So
out, boys.
Hex Rollies coming in for everybody.
Bro, I'm gonna get a Playtona. Fuck it. It's
Yeah,
like
fuck
100. It's like anywhere between 120 and 150 G's. I'm just
We'll
gonna
talk
get
about
Yeah, dude.
We'll talk in a minute, Motley.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just because I gotta get going. So yeah, you can follow me at Dollar Cost Crypto. Obviously, you're watching my channel right now. Hit the like, subscribe button. Hit the notification. No, actually, like literally the most important part is actually hit the notification bell. Hit all, because the way YouTube
hates
right
crypto.
Now, it hates crypto, and it will unsubscribe you. So just hit the all button, and you'll stay subscribed. But also, I've got the crypto mindset course coming up. Actually, it's going on sale on September 3rd. So in 2 days, basically on Friday morning, we're going to go on a bunch of. We're going to go on this media tour for the next 5 days, from the 3rd to the 7th. So from Friday to Tuesday, we're doing a ton of interviews. So we're doing like, I wouldn't be surprised, we're doing like 20, 40 channels, somewhere in that range. In terms of interviews in 5 days. So we're doing a huge media rollout for that. And after Tuesday, the 7th, it's close. You can't get in anymore. That's it. And we're not very sure if this is. We're still debating whether to do one more or not. This may be the last one, actually. We end up doing. So sign up, join up. There's a lot of people on the waiting list right now. When you click the link, it's on my bio right now on my Twitter. But if you click the link right now at Crypto Mindset course right here, put your email address in here, and you will get the email when it goes live, and then you can sign up and purchase the course. Cool, man.
Sweet.
Hell yeah, man.
Except for, bro, I want to go freaking attend the course. You gonna actually allow me to come and hang out this time?
Yeah. Did I
You said that. You said that like the
Oh,
past like bazillion courses. Like I want to come see y'all's course finally.
I got you, bro. I got you. Don't
All right, I've heard it before.
Me too.
We'll see. And Gravity Blast is gonna be there, so I can go shoot the shit with Gravity Blast. Like, it'll be a good time.
So, all right, you guys. Peace.
Thank
Peace
you.
out. Later, guys.